Good evening and welcome to Game Time on Your View. Tonight's high school game of the week comes to you from Chandler, where the Basha Bears host the Red Mountain Mountain Lions. Hello everybody, Chris Harris here along with three-time Super Bowl champion and former Dallas Cowboy Dale Hellstrom. And boy, this season is absolutely flying by. Tonight marks the second half of the regular season for Red Mountain and Basha, and both teams come into tonight's game with 4-1 records.
Both 4-1, both getting some players that have transferred. Teams all across the state are going to have reinforcements coming in. The weather's cooled down a little bit. A great night for football. Now,
Red Mountain has been one of the top teams in 6A the last few years. They went to the state semifinals in 2016 and 17, made a quarterfinal appearance last year, and Mike Peterson's teams are always a tough matchup.
Red Mountain goes back. The history has been wonderful. You look at Mike Peterson, his third season here, 23-7 overall. They've been the East Valley champs the last couple years. They have a history at Red Mountain dating back to the early 2000s. They're trying to get back to that status.
Now the Mountain Lions have three returning starters on their offensive line. It's a group led by senior left tackle Ben Bray.
Ben Bray, he's ranked the number 5 offensive tackle in Arizona. He's one who's going to stay home. I know the Sun Devil faithful are excited to see him. I'm excited to see him play tonight. He's going to play a big factor in the outcome.
Now, when Chris McDonald took over at Basha last season, it was a program that was struggling with 3 straight losing seasons. But McDonald seems to have the Bears trending the right direction.
He does. It's his second season, and went through a bunch of coaches here at Basha. I think there's a lack of discipline, maybe commitment to the program. Chris McDonald has done a nice job changing that and looking to keep that upward level going.
Now, Basha is led by senior Micah Harper. He's one of the top cornerbacks in the state, and last week became the Bears' starting quarterback after Gabe Friend was sidelined for the season with an ACL injury.
Well, he's got 20-plus offers to play at the next level. Those are at cornerback. He's going to have to throw the ball a little bit tonight. They've had to revamp their offense completely. This is the second week, though, so let's see if there's some improvement on the offensive side of the ball.
All right, let's take a look at some of the numbers there with Harper. As you mentioned, the second week starting at quarterback. Let's see how he does here tonight against Red Mountain. All right, when we come back, we'll have the keys to tonight's game and the kickoff between the Red Mountain Mountain Lions and the Basha Bears. You're watching Game Time on Your View, Arizona.
Game Time High School football coverage on Your View is sponsored by Arrowhead Honda. Arrowhead Honda is supporting our schools. You can find your car and buy online at arrowheadhonda.com. By Big O Tires, the team you trust. And by Valle Luna, proud supporter of scholar athletes in Arizona. Join us all fall long for some of the top high school football teams from around the country on Game Time.
Big O Tires
and the D-backs
have teamed up to keep you safe
and deliver Major League fun.
It's the Check Your Air,
Score a Pair promotion.
Stop into any participating Big O Tires for a free air pressure check,
and you'll receive a voucher for 2 D-backs tickets to select games.
Proper inflation improves tire performance,
Slows tire wear,
saves gas,
and gets you home safe.
So remember, check your air,
Score a Pair.
Big O Tires,
And the D-backs,
the teams you trust.
Busy. That's life for you. So while you get to it, we're going non-stop to keep you running. No running around. For new key fobs, plus your neighborhood's largest selection of batteries plus bulbs. Plus, if your phone needs fixing, we do that too. Know-how, right now. That's our specialty. Stop by Batteries Plus Bulbs for screen repair, key fob programming, battery replacement, and more. Learn more at batteriesplus.com.
A beautiful evening here at Basha High School as we get set for the kickoff between the Bears and the Mountain Lions. Let's quickly send it down to the field. And the third member of our team, Haley Stasiak. Haley?
Thanks, guys. You mentioned quarterback Gabe Friend and his ACL injury. And in the offseason, the Bears shaped the identity of this offense around Friend and how he commanded this team. Now they're having to rediscover that identity with Micah Harper at the helm. They don't have the luxury of time here. They're having to adjust on the fly here in the middle of the season to get things figured out. Here's tonight's injury report brought to you by Phoenix Children's Hospital. Nationally ranked, locally focused. Both teams are healthy beside Basha quarterback Gabe Friend, again out with an ACL injury. Chris, Dale, back to you.
Thank you so much, Haley. And it's time for the keys to the game, Dale.
And here are the Larry H. Miller keys to the game. Larry H. Miller, proud to support Arizona high school football, driven by you. You look at Basha, they need some explosive plays. They're looking for 8 or more of those. They also need to establish the run. I think they'll probably try and mix in some of that short passing game to keep Red Mountain from stacking the box. And then Red Mountain offensively wants to be able to control the tempo of this football game.
Should be a fun one here. Both teams come in with records of 4-1. There are 14 teams in 6A that have just one loss so far this season. You throw that in with the open division this year, and things are tight up top.
Well, it is, but again, the second half of the season, you're playing region games. You've got a lot of stuff going on as we wait for see if Basha is going to show up tonight. Kickoff's supposed to start at 7:07, and they're not on the field yet, so wonder if the officials will do anything about that. But one of the things I'm looking at tonight is the front 5 of Red Mountain. Their offensive line from left to right. Ben Bray, he's 270 pounds. Left guard Artis, 260. The center Cooley, 285. Carson Foster, he's 260 at right guard. And 255 is Jake Griffin at right tackle. Across the front, you look at Basha, you got 195 pounds, you got 250 pounds, you got 225 pounds. Be interesting to see how they hold up against this big offensive line, and I have a sneaky suspicion they're not going to stand in there and try and play big man football. They're going to be moving that front out of that 3-4 defense and try and confuse those big guys for Red Mountain.
And look who's coming, Dale. Here come the Basha Bears. I wonder if they got lost. Wait, they're at home. They didn't get lost, but they're finally making their way through onto the field. And let's take a look at the last 2 meetings between Basha and Red Mountain. 2 close games. In fact, we had the Basha Red Mountain game last year, and that one was 24-17. I don't know if you remember. Ty Sifferman for Basha had himself a game offensively, defensively, special teams, and Sifferman's now playing baseball at Grand Canyon. And we got Cam Mateen back for the Bears. He returned a kickoff for a touchdown, and it was a 4-point win for the Bears back in 2017. So these 2 teams are used to playing some tight ones.
Well, they have. The other thing that I noticed driving out here to Basha, I think you could hit a golf ball from Basha's campus and hit about 5 different high schools. Just amazing the growth down here in the Southeast Valley. As quite a production. I would think that they would be out here a little bit sooner to go through all this.
You think Coach McDonald was concerned?
My goodness.
Where's my team at? Guys, where are you?
Well, and as a guy who's coached some of the high school football, sometimes you just lose track of time. You're if there's not an official there telling you, hey, 5 minutes, 3 minutes, you're trying to get your kids up and going, and sometimes you just lose track of time.
Here come the Basha Bears. Green jerseys, gold pants. Red Mountain's going to be in the all-white uniforms. And Basha, they suffered their first loss of their season. That came last week at Highland. They lost 40-7. And that was the first game Micah Harper played quarterback. Just 7 points. They had 33 carries for just 74 yards, just over 2 yards a carry for Basha on that night. And Red Mountain, they beat Westview last week 35-27. And Red Mountain's only loss of the season, folks, 68-67 in 4 overtimes. And Red Mountain, they got stopped on going for a 2-point conversion in that 4th overtime. But they gave Preston Jones's team and Chubba Purdy all they could handle.
Oh, you see Gabe Friend there when he went down. 57 of 95, over 1,000 yards passing. You see him 6'2", 205-pound senior, 14 touchdowns versus 4 interceptions, and 60% completion rate. That's a huge chunk of your offense.
Once again, football
And as
fans,
Haley touched
welcome
on,
to Jim
this
Wall
offense revolved around Gabe Friend. And when he went down against La Jolla 2 weeks ago with that ACL injury, that really changed things for this Basha team. And now we will have the national anthem performed by the Basha Bear Band. All right, Chris McDonald, he's got his team with him on the sidelines finally. And next week, the Open Division rankings will come out. The top 15 teams will be ranked. Here's a look at the criteria that's going to make up the rankings. As you see right there, every game counts, including the out-of-state games. Strength of schedule and the margin of victory, they're capped at 14 points. And again, next week, we'll finally see them.
Be fascinating to see how that comes out. Again, you're talking about the Open Division. That's 4A, 5A, and 6A, the top 15 teams. And, again, you take a look at it, and if that would have been in effect last year, you would have had Centennial as the number 1 seed going into the playoffs, and Saguaro from the 4A division at number 8. Sal Point at number 5, another 4A school, and Williamsfield a 5A school, the rest of them being 6A schools. So it's going to be fascinating to see how the computer spits out those 15 schools next week.
And right there you had 3 state champs, 2 runner-ups, and then the other 3 teams made it to the semifinals. And we are ready for some football here at Basha High School. And Basha will kick it away. Derek Bass, the junior. Red Mountain set to return. And we are underway. Ball fielded just shy of the goal line. There will be a return down the right side. Big return for Red Mountain. Number 24, Daniel Butler. On the return.
What great field position. That ball a yard from getting into the end zone. Great blocking up front. See the hole open up right there. Makes the kicker miss, continues to go on. Red Mountain, fantastic field position to start their first drive.
Thanks to the 44-yard return by Butler. Can't wait to see this big offensive line here for Red Mountain. Again, they returned 3 starters from last season's team. In motion was Jared Wilson. Boren fires down the field, has a receiver, but just throws. Overthrows the intended receiver. And here are the Batteries Plus Bulbs starting lineups. Batteries Plus Bulbs, power up at your neighborhood Batteries Plus Bulbs or online at batteriesplus.com.
Talked about that big offensive line led by Ben Bray. He's the ASU commit. Had offers from Arizona, Cal, Boise State. Keep an eye on him at left tackle, but just across the front, really, really big. See how they handle this small defensive line for Basha.
They got some playmakers in the backfield as well, and Deontay Elliott and Ty McElroy, and it's going to be the quarterback, Hiram Boren, who's going to keep it still on his feet as Boren. Big run by the senior. So you got a big kickoff return and then a big run by the senior quarterback, Boren, a pickup of 31.
Zone read option keeps the ball, 35 carries, almost 200 yards, and 5 touchdowns on the season. Not going to go down on first contact. Runs a lot bigger than 6 foot and 170 pounds.
Take a look at Bourne's numbers on the season. Came in 199 yards rushing on the ground. Handoff. Deontay Elliott. Boy, what a tough run it was there by the senior running back. Deontay Elliott, 5'10", 195.
Well, he's probably pretty excited San Diego State's here to watch him play tonight.
Take a look at that Basha Bears defense.
Also, we're keeping an eye on number 6 on both sides of the ball, Michael Harper for Basha, both offensively and defensively, and they're going to have to tackle a lot better than they have on these first few plays to stay in this football game.
Red Mountain, 1st and 10. Bouncing it to the outside. Deontay Elliott, touchdown, Red Mountain. Deontay Elliott with the 13-yard score. Mountain Lions are on the board.
Really nice vision explosion to the outside at the end of this play, though. Watch number 14 come into your screen late and throw the block that springs him. Right there is the block. He's able to see that bounce it outside, contain, and get into the end zone. What an impressive opening drive by this Red Mountain offensive football team.
On now, the extra point. It is up and it is good by Connor Gardner. And just a minute and a half into this game, Red Mountain rolls right down the field. And it's Deontay Elliott bouncing it to the outside. Hits pay dirt from 13 yards out. Red Mountain on top early on.
Tonight's Game Time keys to the game are brought to you by Larry H. Miller Dealerships, proud to support Arizona high school football, driven by you.
Phoenix Children's Medical Moments.
Scoliosis is a curvature of the spine. With the magnitude of the surgery, you really get to know these families, and I've been doing it long enough where I've got kids bringing me their kids, which, makes you feel really young. By the first day after surgery, we're getting them up and getting them walking. Fortunately, most kids that come into my office that truly have scoliosis never need surgery. The most rewarding part is when you've changed somebody's life for the better.
No guts, no glory. There are no second chances. This is Monster Jam. Brought to you by BKT Tires. Tickets start at $15. Coming to State Farm Stadium October 5th. See it live and bring the whole family.
Each week, Valle Luna restaurants and cantinas are proud to honor 2 student athletes, one from each team, with the Valle Luna Scholar Athlete of the Game Award. Tonight's honorees are senior outside linebacker Charles Gilbert from Basha and junior strong safety George Ramirez from Red Mountain. Charles carries a 4.0 GPA as the senior class vice president, participates in National Honor Society, and plays track and field. George holds a 3.9 GPA, volunteers for Dream Catchers, coaches youth football, as a member of the Red Mountain Red Sea cheering section. Congrats to Charles and George, 2 outstanding Scholar athletes. Valle Luna, proud supporters, Scholar athletes in Arizona. And there's a good look right there. Deontay Elliott. The Red Mountain scoring drive brought to you by Big O Tires, the team you trust. Boy, that looks good if you're Red Mountain head coach Mike Peterson, huh?
Well, you can't really draw it up. You have a game plan for your football team, and kind of in your dreams, you take the ball out to the 50-yard line on the kickoff return, and you drive the ball down the field for a touchdown.
There's a pooch kick there by Gardner. Making the grab for Basha and Zach Cote. And here are the Batteries Plus Bulbs starting lineups. Batteries Plus Bulbs, power up at your neighborhood Batteries Plus Bulbs or online at batteriesplus.com.
Going to keep an eye on the right guard, James Duran, 6'2", 240 pounds. He is a freshman here at Basha High School, playing varsity football, starting. For his age, brings a ton of physicality to this football team.
Yeah, James's older brother Jonathan, who played here at Basha, he's a freshman now on the offensive line at Yale. Zion Williams with the catch for Basha. And there is the senior, now quarterback, Micah Harper, and his numbers from last week against Highland. He has not played quarterback regularly since his freshman year.
Well, I just think you're probably going to see him a lot more comfortable here in his second week. You get thrown to the fire last week. You get to learn from that a little bit. Be interesting to see how much they throw the ball around this evening. Are they going to stick to running the football?
Harper in shotgun. He's going to keep it. Harper still on his feet, out to midfield. Nice job there, showing that athleticism is Micah Harper. He adds that dimension now in this new offense.
5'11", 180 pounds, great vision. Keeps the ball on this zone read. Makes one guy miss right in the hole and almost loses the ball, able to reach out and grab it and keep going forward, pick up a first down for Basha.
Yeah, pick up a 13 on the play for Harper. One of the top cornerbacks in the state. His father, Kenny's defensive backs coach. As we see Chris McDonald, he really had to rework, retool this offense. Now with Gabe Friend out for the season. Boy, there is just absolutely nowhere to go for Andrew Fernandez. In on the tackle for Red Mountain is Jake Griffin as we take a look at that Mountain Lions defense.
Again, you got a big size advantage for that Red Mountain defensive front. Jake Griffin Gloria and Campos up front, and then the very active linebacking core.
One of the guys you want to keep your eye on is number 88, the defensive end, Trey Smith. Tied for the team lead in tackles with 36. His 6 sacks, that leads all of 6A. Also got 7 tackles for loss. Loss of 1 in that last play. Harper looks down the field, takes a shot, has an open Williams, catch is made, touchdown, Basha! 53-yard scoring strike. Micah Harper to Zion Williams. For Williams, it is his 6th touchdown catch of the season.
We talked about it in the open, explosive plays. Basha needed or was looking for 8+. I told you, watching him warm up, Micah Harper throws a really nice ball. Very accurate here, very easy to catch. And Zion Williams, obviously, you sit here and look at this receiving core, Williams and Horner, Camacho and Pennington. There's places where you can go with the football.
Extra point is up and good by Derek Bass. In talking with Basha head coach Chris McDonald on the field before the game, he said, you know what? We'll take some shots down the field with Micah Harper. As you mentioned, he's got an arm on him. He's also a baseball player here for the Bears, and he can sling it.
I just think you're going to see a completely different quarterback in Harper from last week to this week. And again, the confidence throwing the football, you could tell he's already moved guys around offensively a little bit who were lined up in the wrong position. But fun to watch him step back there. Just a post pattern, snap, drew him to his left, still kept his composure. Leads Williams towards the goalpost. Williams with that speed at 5'9", 145 pounds, came into the game with 20 catches, averaging almost 25 yards per catch.
Yeah, and Zion Williams and Micah Harper, they make up half of the 4x100 meter relay team here at Basha, along with Cam Team and Andrell Barney. And they form one of the fastest 4x100 relay teams here in the state.
Sign of good coaching. You get a big return on you the first kickoff. This one, you kind of squib it down there, takes a good hop for you, and now Red Mountain with the touchback.
Take a look now at that Basha Big O scoring drive. And very similar to Red Mountains. Each of them did 4 plays and around 20 seconds apart time-wise, and 70 yards in all there for the Bears. Red Mountain will start from their own 20. And they got receivers stacked to each side. Lone setback. Warren's going to fire to the right side. Block is made. Down the sidelines. Big pickup there for Red Mountain. With the catch for the Mountain Lions is number 8, Jackson Beecher, the senior. Pickup of 24.
Well, you said both that there were 2 receivers stacked to each side, and there was only 1 Basha Bear defender out here. Nice job blocking up front. Great read by Beecher. Nice pickup. You just take the snap, throw the ball outside. Got 1 receiver who's going to block for you. That's number 14, Jared Wilson, who's done a nice job here early in this game, throwing 2 really nice blocks.
Bourne now, one was left, fires, has the receiver, catch is made, and Jared Wilson hauls it in, the senior.
Listed at 6'3", 180 pounds, came in with 11. I'm sorry, he's listed in the program 6'2", 165 pounds, but boy, as I mentioned, nice job with blocking early, and then you get rewarded with a nice catch and another first down for Red Mountain.
He is the leading receiver for the Mountain Lions, and they got receivers stacked to each side once again. Fake the handoff to Elliott. Bourne gets it to the outside, picks up a block. We have a penalty flag down.
Yeah, I think you're going to probably get a illegal block by Carter, number 11.
Look at our officials here for tonight's game. Referee is Brian Kennedy. Dan Meyer, Chris Schedule, Max Heckel, Rex Provencio, Lee Tompkins, and Johnny Price. Referees for tonight.
It's always funny because I'm not sure if it was an illegal block or not, but it was a funny move that he made, and that draws the attention of the officials. And I've always said, if you put your hands up in the air like, oh, I didn't do anything, I'm going to throw the flag and figure you did something.
You're guilty. Another wide receiver, Screen Wilson, gets pushed out of bounds at the Basha 45. Pick up a 5.
Well, the coach staff talks about him. He catches everything. He finds creases in that zone defense. 3 touchdowns on the season. Easy throw and catch. Brings up 2nd long.
Mike Peterson's offense averaging just over 50 points per game this season. Second and 18, the pass is batted down. Making the play for the Bears, number 54, Mikey Sliskovic.
Trying to set up the little tunnel screen. Can't get there, get your hands up. Nice job reading that. Sliskovic gets his hands up, knocks the ball down. Interesting about the 50 points per game by Red Mountain. 182 yards per game rushing, 184 yards passing. Very, very balanced attack from the Mountain Lions.
We got a solid special teams unit as well. 3rd and 18. Boren fires middle of the field through the hands of the intended receiver. Number 16 for Red Mountain. And he did not make the roster. So.
Boy, a chance to make a big play on 3rd and long. Really nice throw by Bourne. Great pass protection. Post pattern. Fairly good coverage. Going up against number 7 Barney for the Basha Bears.
Connor Gardner with the punt. Fair catch is called by Zion Williams. Arrowhead Honda is supporting our schools, and they want to support you with your next vehicle. Whether you are a graduate, football mom, or grandparent, they've got the car for you. Contact Arrowhead Honda for amazing prices on new and used Civics, Accords, Pilots, CRVs, and the all-new Passport. And mention high school football or visit arrowheadhonda.com. Big O Tires is the team you trust. Get the Big O Tires experience at bigotires.com. So the Basha offense will take over from its own 10-yard line. That pass gets batted down. Making the play for Red Mountain is number 47, Cole Loria.
You did a nice job knowing you're not going to get there. Get your hand up. It would be a quick slant route. Trying to get it to the outside. Loria gets that hand up. 5'11", 175-pound junior. Knocks the ball down.
And that's a guy who plays with a high motor. Likes to get after it. 2nd and 10. Trips to the left. Lone receiver to the right. Catch is made. Pulling it in is Jacob Horner. And for Horner, this is his first game of the season. He transferred in from Castile, so he had to sit out the first 5 games due to the transfer rules.
Talked about a lot of high schools around the valley getting reinforcements, guys who've been able to practice with the team, but not actually playing games until the second half of the season.
Coach McDonald was excited to have Horner on the field here tonight. Harper, boy, terrific job by that Red Mountain defense. And there he is, Trey Smith, his 6A state leading 7th sack of the year.
Well, it looks like there's a place to go with the football early. Bringing pressure, just makes an inside move on the right tackle. Debo Testa, the 228-pound senior, and as you talked about, Trey Smith, high motor. Thing is, he's still improving.
And let's quickly send it down to Haley Stasiak. Haley?
Pearson earlier this week, Trey Smith was injured as a freshman, and he went to a doctor that told him, you maybe should probably stop playing football because of this injury. But every week, Coach Peterson was like, hey, come out, check it out again, try it out. And he did. So it took about a year and a half, Coach Peterson said. But Smith got back out there, and he's came back out his junior year, and he's made quite an impact. And I'm sure we'll see a lot tonight out of him.
Thank you so much, Haley. We got a flag on the play.
Came in late.
And to add to that Trey Smith story from Haley, Coach Peterson, he said he was stalking the hallways Smith's entire sophomore year trying to get him back out for football. He knew just how special of a player he could be. It looks like the call is going to go against Red Mountain. Looked like it was going to be holding. There's a good look at Trey Smith right there. And he's gotten some interest from San Diego State. As we mentioned earlier, they're here tonight. Also has offers from South Dakota State, Abilene Christian. He is an impact player for that Red Mountain defense. Also throws the shot and discus for the Mountain Lions and went to state in the shot put this past spring. So after the penalty, Red Mountain's offense will take over at their 48-yard line. Just past the midway point here, first quarter. Big 6A matchup, Red Mountain and Basha. Bourne takes a shot down the field, incomplete. Intended receiver looked to be George Ramirez, the junior.
Strong safety, running back, wide receiver, just running vertical routes on the outside. Pick one and see if you can't beat one-on-one coverage.
Bourne's missed on his last 3 passing attempts. Red Mountain, they like to do the stacked receivers here. 2 on each side. So now they're going to go back to the run, which works so well already so far here tonight. And it's Deontay Elliott with the carry.
Well, when you do those stacked receivers out so wide, you still have to honor it defensively. Kind of gives you numbers inside, and with that big offensive line, I'm surprised that they haven't continued to run the ball more. They've taken a couple shots down the field. You see the numbers on Elliott this season, almost 7.5 yards every time he touches the ball and 6 touchdowns.
And Elliott, he's got some interest from BYU, San Diego State as well. And he runs a 4.6 40, but he squats 425 pounds as well. Another 3-year varsity performer. Takes the swing pass, gets knocked down. Charles Gilbert making the play. We just mentioned him a moment ago as our scholar athlete for the Bears and making a nice play here.
It's interesting. You see very few high school quarterbacks. You see the pressure here. They got an open receiver. Very few high school quarterbacks can just loft this ball with some touch on it, because you drift it out there to Elliott, and Elliott has some room to run with the football.
And he can use that 4.6 speed. But Gilbert makes the play. Red Mountain to punt. Gardner
Get away!
goes off. Basha player. And Gardner with the punt there. He punts with his left leg, but he place kicks with his right leg. We all knew that kickers and punters might be a little bit different, but that might be stretching the boundaries a little bit.
I've known a guy who writes right-handed, bowls left-handed, throws right-handed. I mean, I don't even know, how do you even start that? Are you like just not good at kicking with your right leg? So yeah, I'll try my left leg, and it works pretty good. I don't even know how you get started on something like that.
Well, he played soccer growing up, in. He was used to kicking the ball right-footed off the ground, is how the story goes. But as far as switching to left as a punter, not sure.
Really good, tough running inside there by Andrew Fernandez, the 155-pound senior. Came into the game, 49 carries, 280 yards, and 4 touchdowns.
Fernandez is a great story. As a junior last year, he played on the JV team. And he stayed with it as we got movement up front. And now he's starting running back on the varsity for his senior year.
I love those kids. As it's an offside call on Red Mountain. Love those stories about the kids that have that perseverance to fight through some adversity and end up seeing their reward at the end of the tunnel.
So many players their junior year, if they don't make the varsity, they hang it up. He stuck it out. Played JV last year as a junior. By the way, Andrew's mom works here at Basha. Harper tries to evade the rush, nowhere to go. Boy, that Red Mountain defensive front getting the pressure, and they bring down Harper. Will bring up 3rd down.
Well, I like the idea there from Chris McDonald and his staff. You got 2nd and 2 because of the penalty, and you know what? Let's take a shot. We can come back and run the ball or throw a short pass to pick up the 1st down on 3rd down, but let's take a couple of those shots like they told you they were going to do earlier in the week.
So it's going to be 3rd and 2. Fernandez, the lone setback. Harper's going to keep it and picks up the 1st down. That will move the chains for Basha.
Running right up the middle behind A.J. Bunn, the left guard. He's number 77. You got the center, number 56, James Naws, and the right tackle, the freshman that we talked about, James Durand. Really nice job picking up that 1st down, keep the chains moving for this Basha offense.
Just over 2 minutes remaining here, opening quarter. Harper finds his receiver. Williams finds a crease. Nice pickup, Zion Williams. And a great job here by Basha. Basha just getting the ball to playmakers in space and let them use their speed.
You got to have a lot of nerve when you're that receiver and you're coming back into the face of all this danger. Fakes a handoff. You see the throw, see a bunch of white jerseys running at you. You know you could have your head taken off at almost any juncture of this play. You make one person miss and able to pick up another 1st down.
And now it's Zion Williams losing his shoe at the end of that run. And give credit to number 76, Matt DePodesta, throwing the block. Hustling from his line spot. Harper's going to keep it right side. 1st down, Basha. Looks like that Bears offense is starting to find a little bit of a rhythm here.
Well, he's very calm, cool, collected. You can even see now thinking like a quarterback. Hey, I picked up the 1st down, saw a couple white jerseys coming at me. I'm going to step out of bounds, fight another down.
Yeah, Harper showing his wheels there. He finished 5th in the 200 meters. The state track meet in the spring, and he was also a finalist in the 100. 5'11", 180 pounds. But he'll be a cornerback, a very good one at the next level. And we got whistles before the snap. It's going to be a timeout. Basha with 53 seconds remaining here in the opening quarter.
Well, the play clock had went down to about 2 seconds. I'm not sure if Chris McDonald and his staff thought they weren't going to get the playoff, or maybe they were misaligned.
Well, it's been a good 1st quarter here so far already for Basha senior wide receiver Zion Williams. Been a favorite target for Micah Harper, taking the shot down the field, a 53-yard touchdown.
Well, I know you mentioned that Coach McDonald talked about, well, now they have a week of film. on this offense, and I still think a week of experience for the Basha Bear offense and Michael Harper is more beneficial than a week of film that Red Mountain got to see on him.
And Williams has caught 3 of the 4 completions here so far in the opening quarter from Harper. Boy, look at that Red Mountain defense getting the pressure. And once again, it is Trey Smith. 6'4", 225, making the play.
Well, not only can he rush the passer, as you said, 7 sacks on the season, but came in 36 tackles as he just breaks through that line. Nice job keeping his eye on the quarterback. Took 1 step toward the running back, realized that Harper still had the football.
That's his 2nd sack here this evening. Clock winds down. Fernandez up the middle. Not much there. And that will bring us through the opening quarter here at Basha High School. Red Mountain and the Basha Bears tied at 7. Big 6A matchup. Both teams come in with records of 4-1. When we come back, quarter number 2, you're watching Game Time on Your View, Arizona.
My name is Javier Cardenas. I'm the director of the Barrow Concussion and Brain Injury Center here at Barrow Neurological Institute. We're very fortunate to have a comprehensive team here at the Barrow Concussion and Brain Injury Center. We have a team of neuropsychologists who can analyze the thinking aspects. We have a psychiatrist who can address the mood problems. And we have neurologists to address those physical symptoms associated with concussion. We also have a team of therapists to address balance issues, vision issues, and thinking issues in a neurological rehabilitation format. If you suspect a concussion in your athlete on the field, immediately remove them. The message, when in doubt, sit them out. Second, it's never too early to go in and see a healthcare professional about this particular injury. Also, tell the teacher, tell others at the school. That way they know how to adapt to the issues that your student is having. For more information about concussion, visit barrowneuro.org/concussion discussion.
Shopping online takes all of the hassle out of buying a car. And thanks to our redesigned website, Larry H. Miller Dealerships has made online car shopping even easier. One click shows you every vehicle for sale in the state. Estimate your payments and find a plan that works for you. Learn everything about the vehicle with a Carfax vehicle history and get the real value for your trade. Then stop by the dealership and pick up your new vehicle. Say hello to the future of car shopping at Larry H. Miller Dealerships. Online at lhmauto.com. Driven by you.
Welcome back to Basha High School as we get set for quarter number 2. Red Mountain and Basha tied at 7 apiece. Time now for Jimmy John's delivery of the game. Jimmy John's Because Sandwich. Haley, who do you have?
Guys, I am down here with the Basha Bears' biggest fan, Jamie. He's a huge sports fan, loves coming out to Friday Night Lights. His mom is a guidance counselor here at Basha, and he gets our $50 Jimmy John's gift card. He's our delivery of the game. Jamie, can you give me a go, Basha Bears?
Go Bears.
Woo! Jamie is our delivery of the game. Hopefully the Basha Bears can give him a lot more to cheer about tonight.
Thank you so much, Haley. Congratulations to Jamie. And here cheering on Basha Bears. Tell you what, Zion Williams is giving him plenty to cheer about.
That's been interesting watching both these teams. It started off like it was going to be a 60-50 type of ball game, and now both defenses kind of found their footing.
3rd and 11, Harper, wide open, catch is made. Beautiful throw by Harper. Zach Cote hauls it in, 1st down Bears.
Really nice play action that drew Parker McClure, the middle linebacker, for Red Mountain up. Drawing him up because of the run fake, and Cote just got right in behind him. Nice read by Micah Harper. Nice delivery of the football. And yet another first down for this Basha Bear offense.
Pickup of 27 on the play. Nice delivery. Give some credit to this Basha offensive line, too, giving Harper some time to deliver the strikes. Pitch, ball is loose. Boy, great job by Fernandez to fall on it. Boy, that had trouble written all over it.
It's interesting. You got to have such a knack as a quarterback to run this play. You got to run right at that defensive end. Get rid of the ball a little bit sooner, and then the running back has to keep the right relationship with the quarterback to make it look easy. And boy, if you don't work on that a lot, bad things can happen.
This will be the 10th play of the drive for Basha. Eating up over 5 minutes off the clock. 2nd and 9. Fernandez gets tripped up. Great penetration by Red Mountain's defense. Leading the way was number 48, Major Kelly, the senior middle linebacker. Going to bring up 3rd and 9.
Gotta like all these kids are playing multiple sports at Red Mountain. Major Kelly, one of those guys. Plays basketball, one of the high IQ guys, 3-year starter. 6'2", 185-pound senior.
And his father, Matt, is the defensive line coach at Red Mountain. 3rd and 9. Harper, incomplete. It's going to bring up 4th down.
Saw them working a lot of those throws in the pregame, and boy, he was deadly accurate. I think on every time you're going to be talking with Chris McDonald, and certain reads look to one side of the field or the other. And the one smart thing Harper did there is if you're going to miss as a quarterback on an out route, you miss outside so that can't be intercepted by the defensive back.
Derek Bass on for the 36-yard field goal attempt off the crossbar and just short. No good. Bass absolutely drilled the crossbar, but couldn't find its way over. So the game will remain tied at 7.
Well, when they say football is a game of inches, that was inches. If it hit it in the inch higher, it probably bounces over the crossbar. On just line drive, gonna hit the crossbar, bounce straight up in the air. Oh my goodness.
That could have just as easily gone over. And you see the reaction of Bass. You got to feel for the young man. There's a shot right there. You quickly saw Gabe Friend. Basha QB out for the season. So Red Mountain's offense back out on the field.
I think it's your Chris Peterson company that you, I'm sorry, Mike Peterson company. Chris Peterson and Mike Peterson mixed up. I'm going back to running the football, and I'm probably going to try and run it left over Ben Bray and Isaiah Artis, the left tackle and left guard.
So Red Mountain offensively, they've run 13 plays tonight. The first 6 plays, they totaled 99 yards. The last 7, they've totaled 20. Ty McElroy with that last run for Red Mountain. Another one of those playmakers. Boy, look at that change of direction by Deontay Elliott, but that Basha defense is waiting for him.
My goodness. I think he ran 40 yards to get back to the line of scrimmage. Look at the penetration up on top of your screen. Look at all those green jerseys. Weaves his way through there, breaks another tackle. Says, enough of this.
And it was Ricky Alva in on the tackle for the Bears. Give credit for Elliott. He was trying to find some room to work with. Elliott once again has room, this time right up the middle of the field. Big pickup there. Deontay Elliott showing some of that 4.6 speed.
Well, we've talked about this Basha defense. They're not going to be able to just sit in there. They're going to do some movement. They're doing a line stunt here. Somebody didn't get into their gap. They picked it up really nicely, that Red Mountain offensive line, and look at the hole to run through for Elliott.
Pickup of 29. And now it's Ty McElroy's turn. And there's that Basha defense with great pursuit. And once again, in on the tackle for the Bears is Halva.
I love the hustle of those green jerseys running to the football. There's been some missed tackles, but guys are absolutely flying around, covering up for their buddies.
This Basha defense, they've only allowed 17.5 points per game this season. And it was last week against Highland where they gave up 40. Push that average per game up a little bit. Highland Hawks, the team we got to see earlier this season. 2nd and 10, Bourne. Catch is made. First down, Red Mountain. And that is now 7 plays of 12 or more yards here for Red Mountain. Midway through the second quarter, Jackson Beecher this time.
Basha brings the blitz. Beecher went up high and caught the ball. Pretty good coverage there by Andrell Barney. Just better execution. Looks like there might be a late flag.
Yeah, it came in late. And Red Mountain is walking the other direction, the wrong way, if you're a Mountain Lion fan. Meanwhile, Basha's defense stays where the ball is spotted. See if we can pick up what happened here. It looks like Red Mountain quarterback Hiram Bourne took issue with Tate Blevins.
Well, he had issues on the play before, too. And I've never understood it. I will never understand it. You're not hurting the guy. All you're doing is hurting your team. You know, it's not like you're out on the back alley getting in a fist fight. You're pushing his helmet. You're not hurting him, but you're costing your team 15 yards.
Not a whole lot of damage to be done there, physically. McElroy. Well, there's just no room over there. Pickup of about 1.
Well, you can tell the physicality has really picked up out there. This Basha defense does not want to give an inch, and they are flying to the football. We talked about the size advantage for Red Mountain. That's why you're going to see a lot of that, because there are going to be stunts and line movements and slants. And sometimes you look silly as a bigger offensive lineman, but every once in a while, that's where you find those absolutely huge holes to run through.
2nd down and 9. It's going to be Elliott this time. Boy, great running by Elliott, still on his feet. Deontay Elliott finally gets brought down just shy the 5-yard line, but we talk about Elliott's 4.6 40 speed, but he's got some strength as well. 29 yards here on the pickup.
Oh, he does. And you know what? He's got a good buddy there of his, Ty McElroy, the running back, 5'10", 190 pounds, leading the way, keeping green jerseys off of him through the initial block, and then you see him here at the end of the play. Get off my buddy. Nice to have guys like that on your side.
Elliott breaking tackles. And now it's being McElroy's turn, and he gets stacked up at the line of scrimmage. 2nd and goal. Just over 5 minutes remaining here in the first half.
Well, at least they ran the ball inside the 10-yard line, unlike the Green Bay Packers last night.
What did you think of that play call?
I didn't think very, very highly of it. 1-yard line. Line up and run the ball into the end zone.
Does it remind you of Seattle in the Super Bowl against the Patriots?
You know what? That was one play. This is 6.
Second and goal for the Mountain Lions from the 6. Borum has room, right side. He's going to keep it. Goes for the pylon. Touchdown, Red Mountain. Hiram Borum keeps it himself. A race for the pylon, and he wins.
Well, it's interesting. Red Mountain moves their tight end over from the left to the right, and Basha does not make an adjustment defensively, so the contain is immediately taken away by the tight end, and you have Bourne rolling out there with a run-pass option, fast enough to see an opening, get to the pylon, score the touchdown.
Extra point is up and good by Gardner. Red Mountain reclaims the lead, 14-7. And it was the senior quarterback, Hiram Boren, rolling out to the right, has room to run. He's gonna keep it. Touchdown, Mountain Lions. They lead 14-7, 4:35 remaining first half. You're watching Game Time on Your View, Arizona.
Tonight's Game Time starting lineups on Your View are brought to you by Batteries Plus Bulb Store. Power up at your neighborhood Batteries Plus Bulb Store or at batteriesplus.com.
What is Valle Luna Mexican Food and Cantinas? We are a true Arizona original, serving carefully prepared, authentic Sonoran-style cuisine since 1983. We are time-honored family recipes using only the freshest ingredients. Good fun, a family place, a gathering place. We are happy faces and happy hours. We are your new favorite neighborhood hangout. Valle Luna Mexican Food and Cantinas.
No guts, no glory. There are no second chances. This is Monster Jam. Brought to you by BKT Tires. Tickets start at $15. Coming to State Farm Stadium October 5th. See it live and bring the whole family.
Young athletes' bodies are a work in progress, and their care requires a different approach. Phoenix Children's Sports Medicine has nationally recognized physicians and therapists who get young athletes back to doing what they love fast. Make an appointment today. Visit phoenixchildrens.org. Rias Air Conditioning and Home Performance. It's time to rethink your AC company. Remember, it's hard to stop a train. And here is the Red Mountain scoring drive brought to you by Big O Tires, the team you trust. 9 plays, 80 yards, 5:16 off the clock, capped off by the senior quarterback, the captain, Hiram Bourne, 6-yard touchdown run.
Well, the offensive line just kind of imposed their will that time on Basha, even though Basha given a ton of effort and a bunch of guys running to the football.
Short kick, fielded at 20. On the return for the Bears is Jacob Horner, 6 foot, 180-pound senior. Transfer from Consteel, one of the players that starts both ways here for the Bears. There are 5 players for Basha who start both ways.
Well, it's a nice, cool night. You always wonder when you've done nothing but practice. You try and practice hard, you try and practice fast and all those things, but you don't ever get up to game speed. You wonder how your conditioning is. And good thing it's not one of those 102-degree nights here in the Valley of the Sun.
Thankfully, I think those are in the rear view mirror at this point. Now we're down to 1 shirt nights for Dale. Harper to Williams. And it's going to be incomplete. I wasn't sure if it was going to be incomplete or if he caught the ball with his knee down, but they're going to rule it incomplete.
And it looked like one official was considering it completion and the other one saying incomplete.
So it'll be 2nd down and 10.
And Chris McDonald's none too happy.
He's not afraid to share that opinion with the official. McDonald, he's done a great job here since taking over the Bears. Got them into the playoffs last year. Harper, great job to get out of the rush. Just gets rid of it, but he got a penalty flag down. And the flag got picked up, so no penalty. 3rd down and 10.
Almost looked like that could have been offsides against Red Mountain, the jump they got off the ball. See this Basha offense after that first drive have moved the ball sporadically, but want to try and give that defense a little bit of rest as they just came off the field after a long drive.
And now we got a penalty. It's going to be a false start against Basha. It looks like it's going to be Caden Camacho. Push back Basha 5 yards. Tell you what, Camacho, he's a tough kid. He broke his nose 2 weeks ago in the game against La Jolla. Came out just for a couple of plays and said, "Coach, I'm ready to go back in." Finished up the game. He's been going since.
Nothing you can do about a nose. Not like you can cast
It's already
it.
broken, right? You broke your nose?
Time.
Harper, boy, showing that arm, finds Williams to get a foot in. He did not. Boy, Harper showing that big arm, and now we have a penalty flag down.
And you get an eligible receiver downfield, one of the linemen trying to block for his quarterback. But boy, you just saw the athletic ability of Micah Harper there. Nothing open initially. Evades pressure, rolls out to his right, saw the arm strength, and next week probably throws that ball inbounds, gives his receiver a chance.
Coach McDonald having a quick chat with Harper. I'll tell you what, not too often you find your quarterback starting both ways.
Well, that's the thing. Coach McDonald only has so much time to talk to him because he's got the punt, and as soon as the punt's over with, he got Harper back on the field again.
Punt goes out of bounds. And we're going to step aside for a quick break. 4:03 remaining first half. Red Mountain will have the ball when we come back. You're watching Game Time on Your View, Arizona.
Phoenix Children's Medical Moments.
Every patient that I see, they want to get back in the game. We are the leading group in the state that takes care of dedicated pediatric sports medicine patients. I get kids back to doing what they love to do. They want an advantage to get them back, whether that be a week sooner, a day sooner, a month sooner, whatever it is. Going to a place that is pediatric focused will give you that advantage.
Here's what you've been waiting for. Arrowhead Honda's state-of-the-art showroom is now open. We're bigger, better, and ready to deal. Check out these offers.
Lease a 2019 Honda Civic LX Sedan CVT for just $89 a month, or a 2019 Honda CRV LX two-wheel drive for $135 a month.
So come on down and check out our brand new showroom. Find your new car at Arrowhead Honda at Bell Road and the 101.
Serving up authentic Sonoran-style Mexican food since 1983. Visit Valle Luna Mexican Food and Cantinas. 3 locations around the valley. Valle Luna, proud supporters of scholar athletes in Arizona. Larry H. Miller is proud to support Arizona high school football, driven by you. So we were just talking a moment ago about Caden Camacho having his nose broken a couple weeks ago. You were just sharing a story with me about having your chin split up, had some stitches put in, didn't miss a play. Staples.
No good field juice because they said they wouldn't hurt that bad. Imagine stapling your chin. Didn't miss a play. I don't know if that's stupid or tough.
Bourne's going to keep it. First down for Red Mountain. Was that in high school or college?
That was in
Pros?
college.
Okay.
No, high school I'd probably been crying.
Penalty flag thrown.
Remember, the previous Red Mountain drive took over 5 minutes, drove it down for the touchdown. Then Basha comes out, 3 straight incomplete passes. Now that Bear defense is back out there again.
So the penalty's going to go against Basha.
If you can read lips, it looked like he said late hit out of bounds.
So you'll tack that on the end of Bourne's run.
See the athletic ability. I'll tell you what, if that, I'm hoping that wasn't the call.
Because there was not much there.
Again, maybe we missed something, but definitely looked like he said late hit out of bounds. And if that's the late hit out of bounds, my goodness gracious. If there was more contact in the Scottsdale Christian Powder Puff football game the other night than that one.
How'd that go, by the way?
2 concussions and torn ACL.
What? In the Powder Puff game?
The Powder Puff game.
Wow, they don't mess around. Bourne again. Big hole. Boy, Bourne looking impressive running that ball. Utilizing that big offensive line.
Really nice job on the fake. You can see the quickness there. Came into the game, 35 carries, just under 200 yards and 5 touchdowns. You can tell he feels comfortable running with the football.
Now he looks to throw, delivers. Catch is made by Beecher. This Red Mountain offense, they're rolling right now, looking good.
Well, what a nice job by Beecher, making sure he got at least 1 foot in. He got both feet in. You know, we work on that drill a ton. Tapping your toes before you go out of bounds. A nice placement of the ball by Bourne. Down and outside where only his guy could catch it.
And Bourne's, he's a senior, but it's just his first year starting, replacing Darren Smith, who was the region MVP last year. 2nd down and 1 from the 12. And there is 0 on the play clock as the penalty flag flies. Delay of game is the penalty.
Well, and you could see Costin Cooley, the center. He's trying to figure out the blocking scheme, talking to the rest of his offensive line, and he's a kid who's going to go to the Air Force. Coach has moved him to center for a better chance of playing at the college level. He's only 6'2", 6'3", and got to be taller.
Boy, big hole up the middle. McElroy, touchdown, Red Mountain. And McElroy just running right through that Bear defense. 17-yard touchdown run. Mountain Lions strike once again.
Running right up the middle behind Cooley, number 76. Watch the block by 76. Tremendous job getting his hands inside. Then you see the physicality of McElroy. Runs a lot bigger than 190 pounds.
Gardner's extra point is good.
What a nice job by Wilson holding on that extra point. I don't know if that ball went an inch off the ground. Wilson able to scoop it up, get it down.
Parents, learn the signs and symptoms of concussion at barrowneuro.org/concussion discussion. And power up at your neighborhood Batteries Plus Bulb store or at batteriesplus.com. Get 15% off all automotive batteries online through the month of September. So we take another look at McElroy's 17-yard touchdown run.
Just running good old-fashioned power. The left side of that offensive line, Bray and Artis blocking down. Cooley blocking back, and Carson Foster, a 5'11", 260-pound right guard, the wrestler, leads the way up. Nice job by that offensive line that you can tell is kind of wearing down that Basha Bear defense. So far in the game, Red Mountain, 15 carries, 186 yards, 3 touchdowns. That's over 12 yards per carry.
Is that any good?
being a first down every time you hand the ball off, I think I'd probably do that just about every play.
That worked for you. Take a look at the Red Mountain Big O Tires scoring drive. Boy, 4 plays, 68 yards in just 42 seconds. Capped off by McElroy's 17-yard touchdown run. Mountain Lions now lead 21-7, 3:16 remaining first half. Let's see if Micah Harper and this Basha offense can respond before intermission. 2 receivers split to the right, 1 to the left. Up the middle goes Fernandez. Speed pickup of about 8.
Really nice job, Red Mountain, bringing a lot of pressure, daring Basha to throw the football, but nice job by Fernandez, finding a little hole, carrying a couple Red Mountain tacklers with him for a few extra yards.
2nd down and 2 opens up the playbook a little here. For the Bears, they got the ball at their own 43-yard line. Pitch to Fernandez. Ball is loose. Penalty flags fly. This player's going flying, looking for the ball. Zion Williams with the recovery, but let's see what the penalty flags are for.
Looking to get some type of illegal block out here by one of the wide receivers trying to block on the play.
Like it was a block in the back was the call. We take another look.
Another time running that option. You can see the block on Camacho. Just a little gentle push in the back.
It was Skylar Edmonds, the sophomore linebacker, that forced the fumble.
Well, you wonder what's going through this coaching staff's head for Basha. Do you try and run this clock down a little bit? You don't want to turn the ball back over to Red Mountain with time left on the clock.
2nd and 13. Harper scrambling. He's going to keep it. Room to run. Micah Harper. Big pickup here for Basha. Micah Harper is going to answer that question for you.
Really nice job being patient and just so smooth. Glances downfield, his initial target's not there, feels the pressure. Breaking a few ankles and white jerseys and picks up the first down.
Pickup of 27 on the play for Harper. And what a weapon to have back there for Basha's offense. Harper getting his hands on the ball every play, as you see his numbers so far here tonight. More penalty flags.
I think they might get a timeout and Basha before the whistle blew. Those long plays, officials are starting that play clock awful quick, and that's why it's catching teams off guard even though we're halfway through the season.
Well, the game time delivery of the game is brought to you by Mitchell Management's Jimmy John's. Whether ordering just one sandwich or catering your entire game time viewing party, Jimmy John's has freaky fast delivery. Jimmy John's, because sandwich. And let's now take a look at the Basha players starting both ways. You got Sliskovich, Nas, Horner, Camacho, and Harper. There's a lot of guys to be starting both ways.
At the 6A level,
yeah,
there's definitely a lot of guys.
6A level, you got more numbers to work with. You would only see so many. Harper gets bottled up by that Red Mountain defense. There's that man once again, Trey Smith.
Boy, he rushes the passer with a vengeance. You see him here at the bottom of your screen. Nice job grabbing the jersey of Di Battista, yanking him and spinning around.
Josh Campos in on the tackle as well. Loss of 3. Clock continues to wind down. Under a minute and a half remaining. Harper can't connect with the intended receiver. Jace Patton. 3rd down. Clock stops. 1:19 remaining. Basha still has all 3 timeouts remaining, as does.
Well, right now, Micah Harper's.
Check that. Basha has 1 timeout remaining. Sorry.
Taking quite a few hits at that quarterback position. You wonder how much that's going to affect him in the second half, not only on the offensive side of the ball, but defensively. Play clock's not down under 10 already.
2 receivers split to each side. Harper rolls to his right. Gets it out to Fernandez. He's got space. Gets out of bounds. It's going to be short of a 1st down.
Really nice job by Micah Harper that time. I told you not many high school quarterbacks can put loft on the ball. He felt the pressure, able to get the ball over the outstretched hands of it looked like Trey Smith again to complete the pass.
And speaking of putting a nice touch on the ball, there is the senior quarterback, Gabe Friend, out for the season. Tore his ACL a couple of weeks ago against La Jolla. Sad to see that happen to the young man. 4th and 5. Harper's going to keep it. Takes a shot down the field. Incomplete. Penalty flag comes in late. Jace Patton, the intended receiver. It looked like it was Nas Bryant on the coverage for Red Mountain. Penalty flag came in. So that'll be a 1st down for Basha with just over a minute remaining here in the 1st half.
Well, it looked like the receiver came up with his jersey gone. You see the gentle tug there.
So it's going to be 1st down for the Bears. Spot the ball. Red Mountain 21-yard line. Just over a minute remaining here, 1st half. Harper rolls to his left, fires middle of the field, incomplete. Intended receiver is Zach Cote. Can't connect. 2nd down.
Great job by Harper buying a little extra time. You kind of hold your breath if you're a Basha fan when he's rolling to his left. Stops, fires back across the middle late. That usually allows defensive backs to get a hand on the ball, but he got a little oomph on it. Fired the ball in there, and with his scrambling ability, the offensive linemen are getting caught downfield.
So it'll remain 1st down, 1st and 15. 56 seconds remaining in the half. Harper's going to keep it, follows his blocks, and he gets hit. Nice stick there by number 30 for Red Mountain, Parker McClure, the sophomore.
Yeah, only a sophomore. Tougher, nails thick. He's only played 3 games, 34 tackles on the season so far.
Clock continues to wind down. 30 seconds remain. 2nd and 11. Harper just overthrows Trent Pennington.
Well, see, I think those are throws as the season goes along that Harper's probably going to complete more of than have incompletions. Looks pretty comfortable back there right now, albeit he's looking tired right now. Can be interesting to keep an eye on him here in the second half, being asked to do so much. But as far as throwing the football, I think you're only going to see him improve as the season goes along.
He's got a good-looking arm for sure, although he's won for his last 6. So we come up on 3rd and 11, 24 seconds remaining in the half. Harper looking for somebody down the field, finally gets rid of it, and it's complete. Jace Patton hauls it in. Clock continues to wind down. Chris McDonald waiting to call the timeout. And he finally does. Boy, how about Micah Harper? Getting dragged to the ground, gets rid of it, finds Patton. And they're going to have a chance to kick a field goal before heading into the locker room.
Really interesting listening to all the fans of the stand yelling timeout, timeout. And McDonald knew it was 4th down. He wasn't going to take a chance running another play. But look at this athletic ability, the strength, great hands catching the football there by Jace Patton. He's another sophomore, 6'2", 180 pounds for Basha.
It was Major Kelly making the tackle for Red Mountain. And Basha is now out of timeouts. So the Derek Bass coming on for the field goal attempt. Remember, he missed earlier from 36 yards, went off the crossbar. This attempt from 30 to end the first half. And it is blocked. Red Mountain gets the block. Making the play for the Mountain Lions is big number 76. Costin Cooley getting in there. The center for Red Mountain making the play on special teams.
Let's see what the penalty is.
And we have hit the half. Take another look.
Big Costin Cooley. Nice job getting his hand up, eye on the ball. It's going to sting a little bit, but it's worth the pain.
Cooley, 6'3", 285. Getting the block. Big old smile there for Cooley. Raising the helmet to the student section. Nice job there by the big senior. Going to be playing his college ball at the Air Force Academy. And let's now send it down to the field. Haley standing by with Red Mountain head coach Mike Peterson.
Coach, here in this first half, you've been able to really build some momentum on the offense specifically and drive the ball down the field. What do you have to do to keep that up in the second half?
We got to keep establishing the run. We came out and tried to throw a little bit, and we came in here thinking they wanted a track meet and we wanted a street fight. So I talked to the guys upstairs calling the plays and said, hey, let's get to the street fight part of this, and that's what we went to.
Defensively, your guys have been able to hold this Basha offense. What is the key going to be to keeping this Basha offense at bay?
We got to contain that Wildcat quarterback, and we got to stop giving up big plays.
Thanks, Coach. Guys, back to you.
Thank you so much, Haley. And Red Mountain head coach Mike Peterson looking for a street fight here in the second half. And we are at halftime here at Basha High School. And it is Red Mountain. They lead the Basha Bears by a score of 21-7. Step aside for a quick break. Plenty to come here at the half. Mountain Lions on top, 21-7. You're watching Game Time on Your View, Arizona.
Game Time High School football coverage on Your View is sponsored by Larry H. Miller Dealerships, proud to support Arizona high school football, driven by you. Rias, it's time to rethink your AC company. By Jimmy John's Gourmet Sandwiches, because sandwich. And by Phoenix Children's, nationally ranked, locally focused. Join us all fall long for some of the top high school football from around the country on Game Time.
Busy. That's life for you. So while you get to it, we're going nonstop to keep you running. No running around. For new key fobs, plus your neighborhood's largest selection of batteries plus bulbs. Plus, if your phone needs fixing, we do that too. Know how? Right now. That's our specialty. Power up at your local Batteries Plus bulb store or at batteriesplus.com for all your power needs. Yes, all of them.
I'm attorney Jeffrey Phillips of Phillips Law Group, and I'm here to advise you that you should only settle your injury case when it's the right decision. We try cases all the time, but the truth is most cases settle. With our lawyers on your side, the insurance company knows if they don't make a fair offer, we will see them in court. Our experience will help you decide whether to accept an offer or go to trial so that you can make the right decision. Phillips Law Group, 602-222-2222, or go to phillipslaw.com.
Monster Jam, where it's winner takes all. There are no second chances, no guts, no glory. See Gravedigger, Megalodon, and more compete for the championship. Experience adrenaline-charged family entertainment. This is Monster Jam. Presented by official partners America's Best Contacts and Eyeglasses and BKT Tires. Tickets start at $15. Coming to State Farm Stadium October 5th. Lock in your seats today.
Game Time Halftime is brought to you by Barrows. Parents, learn the signs and symptoms of concussion at barrowneuro.org/concussion discussion. Join us all fall long for some of the top high school football from around the country on Game Time. You're watching Game Time on YourView. For more in-depth coverage of the top players around, recruiting updates, behind-the-scenes access, and more, check out yourview.com.
My name is Javier Cardenas. I'm the director of the Barrow Concussion and Brain Injury Center here at Barrow Neurological Institute. I'm a neurologist. I specialize in concussion and traumatic brain injury. We have a program here that takes care of all the issues associated with concussion and brain injury, whether they be the physical ones, such as headaches and dizziness and sleep problems, the emotional changes associated with brain injury, including anxiety, depression, and agitation, or some of the cognitive or thinking problems we see with concussion, trouble with focus, short-term memory, calculations, and finding words. Some of the mythology around concussions has to do with how severe an injury may look at the time. Concussion myth number one is that you have to lose consciousness to have a concussion. So not everybody who gets a concussion actually gets knocked out. It may be the most obvious, but it's actually the least common. Another myth is that somebody who loses consciousness or gets knocked out has a worse concussion than somebody who does not. While we are concerned at the time for something more serious than a concussion, like a bleed, it doesn't predict who's going to get better faster. Concussion myth number 3 is that rest is best. Indeed, when somebody sustains a concussion, we want them to rest for 24, 48 hours, maybe 72 hours. But beyond that, becoming interactive again, whether that's physically, socially, academically, is actually going to help your brain. We want to avoid another injury, another impact to the head while they're recovering, but being physically active is actually quite good for you. What a patient can expect when they come to see us is that we care about everything that they're experiencing, whether it's those physical things, whether it's those behavioral changes, whether it's those cognitive problems. We're going to ask you about them, and we're going to ask you details about each and every one of them. We're also going to ask about the injury and whether or not it's consistent with a concussion or traumatic brain injury or something else. And then we're going to see if indeed your recovery is typical or atypical. Is it normal or abnormal? We're very fortunate to have a comprehensive team here at the Barrow Concussion and Brain Injury Center. We have a team of neuropsychologists who can analyze the thinking aspects associated with concussion. We have a psychiatrist who can address the mood problems. And we have neurologists to address those physical symptoms associated with concussion, including headaches and imbalance. We also have a team of therapists, physical, occupational, and speech, to address balance issues, vision issues, and thinking issues in a neurological rehabilitation format. For more information about concussion and what you can do if you sustain a concussion, visit baroneuro.org/concussion discussion.
This is our National Football Foundation and College Football Hall of Fame Valley of the Sun chapter.
We honor scholar athletes from northern and central Arizona, 188 high schools, and the 6 colleges are represented here.
Ultimately the cream of the crop from an athletic perspective, but in the classroom they're also number 1, number 2 in their class. They're the valedictorian, they're also student council presidents, and these guys are out there in the communities doing just as much as they are on the field as they are in the classroom as well. So it's a pretty even split. They're pretty remarkable young men.
It's a huge honor to just be even mentioned by the NFF. A lot of great players in the state of Arizona, great in the classroom, great on the field, so it's a huge honor.
I think if we can continue to show that we have these great events where we're honoring all of these great kids, we can hopefully expand and offer more help in the future.
Are you ready for all the football, all the time, in a season that never ends? Well, these 6 planes are ready. This grandpa's ready. The fans are ready. The teams are ready. Are you ready?
Sands fans, time is running out to submit your story and enter for a chance to win a new car. Tell us why you're a Sands fan at sandsfan.com today.
If you think it's hot now, think again. We'll be shattering the century mark before you know it. And if your AC isn't ready for the summer, this year, you need to rethink your AC service. Whether you have an AC emergency, are experiencing hot rooms, or high utility bills, or your current system has seen its final days, Rias delivers guaranteed solutions. Call for your free home energy performance evaluation today. Rethink your home's comfort and energy efficiency with Rias, where they always say, it's hard to stop a train. Visit Rias.com.
No guts, no glory. There are no second chances. This is Monster Jam. Brought to you by BKT Tires. Tickets start at $15. Coming to State Farm Stadium October 5th. See it live and bring the whole family.
Welcome to the Barrow Neurological Institute halftime show. Parents, learn the signs and symptoms of concussion at barroneuro.org/concussion discussion. Haley Stasiak out here at Basha High School, where we have a score of 21-7. Red Mountain Lions leading the Basha Bears. You're going to want to stay tuned for this one. Red Mountain head coach Mike Peterson told me that he's looking for a street fight from his guys in the second half. Let's take a look at the top games of the week now. We've got Cactus Shadow at Notre Dame Prep. The Saints are 31-2 since 2017, with their only losses to Centennial in the state championship. Cactus Shadow will look to avenge last year's 58-14 loss to Notre Dame Prep. Hamilton at Dobson. Hamilton looks to go 6-0 and face a Dobson squad under first-year head coach Bill Godsill. Highland at Desert Vista. The Hawks have won 3 straight in convincing fashion since their last play loss to Hamilton. Dan Hines' Desert Vista squad features a big dose of the Grubbs boys, Tyson and Devin, plus senior wideout Elijah Irvin, who is averaging 27 yards per catch with 6 touchdowns. Saguaro at Arcadia. Arcadia came into the Saguaro game last season undefeated and took a 70-14 beating at the hands of the SaberCats. The Titans never recovered, losing 3 of the last 4 and missed the playoffs. Here are this week's Phillip Law Group primetime players. When you're injured in an accident, call the Phillips Law Group at 602-222-2222. Caden Beller out of Arcadia threw for 399 yards and 5 touchdowns with 10 passes for 261 yards and 3 touchdowns to Crew Edwards, and had a score on the ground in the Titans' 55-27 victory over Shadow Mountain last week. Bijan Robinson of South Point Catholic, been talking a lot about him this season. He had 10 carries for 170 yards and 3 touchdowns, caught 2 passes for 54 yards and 2 more scores as the Lancers crushed previously unbeaten Cactus. Robinson now has 15 touchdowns in 3 games. Ty Thompson out of Mesquite threw for 470 yards and 8 touchdowns in the Wildcats' 55-32 win over Buckeye. And lastly, Kyle Krotstrunk of Paradise Valley ran for 87 yards and 5 touchdowns and caught 2 passes for 102 yards in the score as Paradise Valley remained undefeated. Keep it right here on Yearview, Arizona. We've got the Red Mountain Mountain Lions leading the Basha Bears 21-7. Lots more action coming your way.
Shopping online takes all of the hassle out of buying a car. And thanks to our redesigned website, Larry H. Miller Dealerships has made online car shopping even easier. One click shows you every vehicle for sale in the state. Estimate your payments and find a plan that works for you. Learn everything about the vehicle with a Carfax vehicle history and get the real value for your trade. Then stop by the dealership and pick up your new vehicle. Say hello to the future of car shopping at Larry H. Miller Dealerships. Online at lhmauto.com. Driven by you.
What is Valle Luna Mexican Food and Cantinas? We are a true Arizona original, serving carefully prepared, authentic Sonoran-style cuisine since 1983. We are time-honored family recipes using only the freshest ingredients. Good fun, a family place, a gathering place. We are happy faces and happy hours. We are your new favorite neighborhood hangout. Valle Luna Mexican Food and Cantinas.
Phoenix Children's Medical Moments.
Every patient that I see, they want to get back in the game. We are the leading group in the state that takes care of dedicated pediatric sports medicine patients. I get kids back to doing what they love to do. They want an advantage to get them back, whether that be a week sooner, a day sooner, a month sooner, whatever it is. Going to a place that is pediatric focused will give you that advantage.
Busy. That's life for you. So while you get to it, we're going nonstop to keep you running. No running around. For new key fobs, plus your neighborhood's largest selection of batteries plus bulbs. Plus, if your phone needs fixing, we do that too. Know how, right now. That's our specialty. Stop by Batteries Plus Bulbs for screen repair, key fob programming, battery replacement, and more. Learn more at batteriesplus.com.
Halftime here at Basha High School. And the Red Mountain Mountain Lions, they lead the Basha Bears by a score of 21-7. Time now for the Barrow Neurological Institute halftime highlights and stats. Parents, learn the signs and symptoms of concussion at barrowneuro.org/concussion discussion.
Well, as you sat there and watched halftime, Coach Mike Peterson said they wanted to be in a dogfight. They came out, fist fight. They came out, wanted to pound the ball. They did that on the first drive, got away from him a little bit, as you saw Elliott score there, and then again the do-it-all cornerback Micah Harper throwing the ball down the field on a little post pattern. Really nice catch by Zion Williams. And you can just sense that at any time number 6 can break it, but great job by Trey Smith, who had himself a first half. We talked about Boren and his ability to run with the football and quickness and speed, and then the toughness of this offense for Red Mountain as Ty McElroy there running through a bunch of tackles.
There's that Red Mountain defense putting the pressure on Harper. And then how about the big blocked field goal attempt by Costin Cooley for Red Mountain? And they have. We can take a look at the halftime stats.
You see Red Mountain 186 yards rushing, only 57 for Basha, and I expect that you'll see here early in the third quarter Red Mountain trying to impose their will on the Basha Bear defense. A lot of other things pretty much even. You see the Bears with 124 yards passing. They're going to have to come up with a few more explosive plays here in the second half.
Step aside for a quick break. When we come back, we'll have the start to the second half. You're watching Game Time on Yearview, Arizona.
My name is Javier Cardenas. I'm the director of the Barrow Concussion and Brain Injury Center here at Barrow Neurological Institute. We're very fortunate to have a comprehensive team here at the Barrow Concussion and Brain Injury Center. We have a team of neuropsychologists who can analyze the thinking aspects. We have a psychiatrist who can address the mood problems. And we have neurologists to address those physical symptoms associated with concussion. We also have a team of therapists to address balance issues, vision issues, and thinking issues in a neurological rehabilitation format. If you suspect a concussion in your athlete on the field, immediately remove them. The message, when in doubt, sit them out. Second, it's never too early to go in and see a healthcare professional about this particular injury. Also, tell the teacher, tell others at the school. That way they know how to adapt to the issues that your student is having. For more information about concussion, visit baroneuro.org/concussion discussion.
Here's what you've been waiting for. Arrowhead Honda's state-of-the-art showroom is now open. We're bigger, better, and ready to deal. Check out these offers.
Lease a 2019 Honda Civic LX Sedan CVT for just $89 a month. Or a 2019 Honda Accord LX CVT for only $139 a month.
So come on down and check out our brand new showroom. Find your new car at Arrowhead Honda at Bell Road and the 101.
Big O Tires and the D-backs have teamed up to keep you safe and deliver Major League fun. It's the Check Your Air, Score a Pair promotion. Stop into any participating Big O Tires for a free air pressure check, and you'll receive a voucher for 2 D-backs tickets to select games. Proper inflation improves tire performance, slows tire wear, saves gas, and gets you home safe. So remember, check your air, score a pair. Big O Tires and the D-backs, the teams you trust.
No guts, no glory. There are no second chances. This is Monster Jam. Brought to you by BKT Tires. Tickets start at $15. Coming to State Farm Stadium October 5th. See it live and bring the whole family.
Welcome back, everybody. Take a look at Basha QB Micah Harper hoping to lead a second half comeback here for the Bears. They trail 21-7. Harper filling in for Gabe Friend, went down with that ACL injury a couple weeks ago, but Basha also missing one of their other big playmakers. Senior wide receiver Cam Mateen out with a thumb injury, and that is somebody that would have been a great help here to the Basha offense tonight. And one player has really stepped up for Red Mountains, that quarterback right there, Hiram Boren, as well as the defensive end, Trey Smith. He's got 3 sacks in the first half.
Well, he came into the game with 6 sacks, 7 tackles for losses. Just a guy that flies around, one of those high motor guys. And the thing that I think is really, really cool is coaching staff says he's still improving. 6'4", 225 pounds. Colleges can look at him and say, you know what, in another couple years I can see him at 6'5", 245, 250 pounds with his athletic ability. And all at San Diego State here in attendance. He's trying to put on a show along with, as you mentioned earlier, running back Beyonce Elliott.
And Red Mountain, they are out without one of their big playmakers here tonight. And senior wide receiver Ramses Rivera, not available this evening. He's suspended for breaking team rules. So both teams missing some big playmakers here tonight, but the second half, it's underway. And let's quickly send it down to the field and Haley Stasiak. Haley?
Guys, the Basha Bears have a program that they've implemented, and in fact, the entire Chandler School District has implemented it with their athletic programs called Character Matters. And what it is the team adopts a word of the week. This week's word is believe. They do some worksheets to go along with it throughout the week. Coach McDonald picks 5 players to present a player who they feel embodies the word of the week. He said it's a good way to give kudos and hold kids accountable. And I asked him here at the half if he preaches that word believe when the guys go back in the locker room in between the first half and the second half, and he said definitely. We're down 14 points here at the half. We just got to believe in ourselves and keep playing Basha Bear football.
Thank you, Haley. And Andrell Barney reverses field down the sidelines. If he can stay in, he's gone. Barney cuts it back. Touchdown, Basha. No flags on the field. 80-yard touchdown run for Barney. What a play to open up the second half.
Designed to go out to the right. You see a lot of pressure on those white jerseys almost gets pulled back to his left. See him outrun the flank, looks down as he's almost touching out of bounds. Look at the lead blockers. You see Williams down there throwing a block for his buddy. And I guess if you're going to go back in the locker room and talk about anything about believing, doesn't hurt to have the first play from scrimmage be a touchdown run for your football team.
Andrell Barney, a track star for the Basha Bears, taking it 80 yards for the score to get things going here in the second half for the Bears. And they now trail 21-14. Great start for Basha. Step aside for a quick break. Working the tightrope down the sidelines. Andrell Barney for the score. You're watching Game Time on Your View, Arizona.
If you think it's hot now, think again. We'll be shattering the century mark before you know it. And if your AC isn't ready for the summer, this year, you need to rethink your AC service. Whether you have an AC emergency, are experiencing hot rooms, or high utility bills, or your current system has seen its final days, Rias delivers guaranteed solutions. Call for your free home energy performance evaluation today. Rethink your home's comfort and energy efficiency with Rias, where they always say, it's hard to stop a train. Visit Rias.com.
Here's what you've been waiting for. Arrowhead Honda's state-of-the-art showroom is now open. We're bigger, better, and ready to deal. Check out these offers.
Lease a 2019 Honda Civic LX Sedan CVT for just $89 a month. Or a 2019 Honda Accord LX CVT for only $139 a month.
So come on down and check out our brand new showroom. Find your new car at Arrowhead Honda at Bell Road and the 101.
Arrowhead Honda is supporting our schools, and they want to support you with your next vehicle. Whether you're a graduate, football mom, or grandparent, they've got the car for you. Contact Arrowhead Honda for amazing prices on new and used Civics, Accords, Pilots, CRVs, and the all-new Passport, and mention high school football, or visit arrowheadhonda.com. Big O Tires is the team you trust. Get the Big O Tires experience at bigotires.com. Basha cheer leaders all fired up. Let's now take a look at the Basha scoring drive, brought to you by Big O Tires, the team you trust. And boy, that's going to put a smile on Chris McDonald's face looking at that scoring drive.
Well, and is it really considered a drive if it's one play? Is that really a drive?
It needs to be at least two plays, right?
I would think it needs to be more than one play to be a drive. But we talked about explosive plays by this Basha Bear offense, and it doesn't always have to come through the air. Second big play, they're looking for a few more here in the second half.
Yeah, they had the 53-yard touchdown catch by Zion Williams in the opening possession for Basha in the first half, and then opening possession of the second half, Andrell Barney takes it 80 yards for the touchdown. On the return there for the Mountain Lions is Daniel Butler, and he had a nice return to open up the game.
He did, and Basha's adjusted the way they're kicking the ball and do a nice job getting down there and covering these somewhat squib kicks. Let's see if Mike Peterson got his message across to the coaching staff of let's turn this second half into a fist fight. We're going to win being physical up front.
And we saw Red Mountain, they ran for 186 yards on the ground in the first half. As Bourne comes out throwing. Tackle is made by Zion Williams. And Williams, the top receiver for Basha, but he also is tied for first in 6A with 3 interceptions on the season.
5'9", 145 pounds. Nice job reading the quarterback's eyes, making a break on the ball, fighting through the block, and making the tackle.
I mentioned those 186 yards rushing in the first half for the Mountain Lions. Quarterback Boren, he had 4 carries for 68 yards and a touchdown in the first half. And McElroy spins and is off to the races down the sidelines. Ty McElroy picks up a block from Gardner
Touchdown, Mountain Lions. 74-yard touchdown run by McElroy. And how about that? Andrew Barney for Basha goes 80 yards. Opening possession for Basha, second half. McElroy answers right back, 74 yards.
Runs through a couple arm tackles, guys knocking each other off, and you saw the spin move there, and then look at the caravan of white jerseys and only one green jersey, Zion Williams. Tremendous job by the offensive line for Red Mountain. And then McElroy did the rest.
Gardner on for the extra point. Gardner threw one of those blocks that helped spring McElroy for the touchdown. And Red Mountain, just like that, back up by 14. And here is the Mountain Lions scoring drive, brought to you by Big O Tires, the team you trust. And Dale, 2 plays for the scoring drive. Does that work better for you?
High school quarters are 12 minutes, correct?
Correct.
So there's 10 minutes and 44 seconds left in the third quarter. We've had 2 touchdowns on 3 plays. Look at that spin move right there, just an innate ability. Guys blocking down the field, and just a tremendous job. You know, you always like, as an offensive lineman, you know, if we block it so you can get 4, give us 8. If we block it so you can get 6, give us 12. And then every once in a while break one like that. Just a tremendous job by McElroy and company.
Gardner kicks it through the end zone. Anytime you're going to have big plays like that, you're going to have downfield blocking. And Red Mountain got that. Ball come out to the 20-yard line. So just when Basha was starting to feel a little bit better after the Barney 80-yard touchdown run, here comes Red Mountain. Now they're back up by 2 touchdowns. You mentioned off the top of the broadcast, Red Mountain's got some tradition of success in the postseason. They've got 2 state titles in school history. It was Jimmy Jones that led them to the state titles back-to-back in 2000 and 2001. And Jimmy Jones' son, Preston Jones, the head coach at Perry High School. Zion Williams takes the pass, and he's off to the races. Zion Williams, he's down for the touchdown. 80 yards, Zion Williams. His second touchdown of the night. And the big plays just keep on coming.
Call that a now route. Quarterback catches the ball, gets the ball out as quick as he can. Nice blocking downfield again, and then it's just the burst. A couple guys had angles on him, almost had an opportunity to trip him up. Edmonds gave chase, but you were not going to catch him.
Bass's extra point is up, and it is good. So now, Dale, we've played 1 minute and 31 seconds, and we've had 3 touchdowns. And Zion Williams, as well as Andrew Barney, half of the 4x100 meter relay team for Basha, get the ball in space to those guys, and they'll make some big things happen.
Every time I say his name, I want to say Zion Williamson.
Yes.
He's actually probably more exciting to watch than Zion Williamson.
Tonight he is.
He's averaging 25 yards per catch coming in to this game. I don't know what he's done to lower that average. My goodness.
And he came into tonight's game ranked 4th in 6A in receiving yards at 497. Yeah, he's been moving up a little bit on that chart after tonight. And tonight he's got 4 catches, 156 yards. And Dale, you said he has averaging 25 coming in, averaging 39 tonight per catch. Do you think you got a touchdown coming up here in the return? Butler gets brought down. Tackle is made by Jacob Horner. It's adrenaline-charged family entertainment. Monster Jam returns to State Farm Stadium October 5th. Tickets are on sale now.
Well, now it's Red Mountain's time to answer.
Let's see what Mike Peterson's offense can come up with.
Be deep, Mike, be deep so you can see the run.
And nothing but big plays for touchdowns here so far. Minute 37 into the second half, 3 touchdowns. Hand off to McElroy. Not much going on there. Basha defense comes up to make the stop. Pickup of a couple. Caleb Jones in on the tackle for the Bears. And we got flags, we got movement before the snap. Push the Mountain Lions back 5 yards.
Well, and as we've seen, both teams obviously have the ability to break off long runs, turn short passes into touchdown passes.
Second down and 13. Take a look at the penalties so far tonight. 7 for 68 yards for Red Mountain. Big hole up the middle. And Ty McElroy takes advantage of it. And it's going to be a first down for Red Mountain.
Boy, Jake Griffin, the right tackle for this Red Mountain team, doing a tremendous job getting movement on his man. But watching him the last few plays, you see him right there in the bottom of the screen, working to get his hands inside. Fun to watch these guys do their craft.
And just looking for somebody to block was Isaiah Artis. He has his head in a swivel looking around for anybody.
It's Artis? It's not Artis?
Artis.
Really?
Yeah. It's not like Artis Gilmore.
I wonder what nationality Artis is. So got one of those little doohickeys?
It did not. I was looking for it, though. Is that what they're called, by the way? Shot down the field, Bourne. Beautiful job to break that up. Andrell Barney, the intended receiver.
We've seen number 16 a couple times.
Yep, not on the roster.
Again, second down and short, you take your shot there, come back third down, you can run the ball. See the 6'3", 260-pound senior.
Some good size up front for that Red Mountain offensive line movement.
Braden Shamball. It just drives you crazy as a coach.
Free first down.
Third down and less than 5. Just drives you absolutely bonkers.
And give credit to Boren. Not sure if he changed his cadence.
Everybody's got a hard count they use in third and 5 or less.
Boren. But he had nowhere to go. He's just going to eat that one.
Well, it all started off the snap. There's been a couple high rights from Costin Cooley. Really nice job by Boren actually reeling that one in as the ball was high and right. He caught it one-handed and I'm pretty sure it was designed for him to keep it, but it threw the timing off. As he just told Cooley, it was high and right. Cooley's saying, well, I got to block somebody up here, so make a play, quarterback.
You take that a little personal over there. Bourne showing some athleticism. Gilbert with the rush for Basha. Ball gets tipped and looked like number 52 there. Jackson Larson could have made a play on it, but give credit to Gilbert with the pressure.
Well, they forced him to throw a little bit quicker. The thing with screens is it takes so much time, and you have to be an actor as an offensive lineman. There's more green jerseys there than there are white jerseys to catch the football, but you have to spend so much time to perfect those screen passes.
So it's going to bring 3rd down and 13. Basha defense trying to get a stop and get off the field. Boren tries to dump it off to McElroy, incomplete. It's going to bring up 4th down. Basha defense coming up with a stop.
McElroy had some open space in front of him. If there's a way that Boren could have got the football to him. Love the athleticism of Boren, the way he buys extra time, rolls out to his right, pretty calm, cool and collected. Remember, he came into this game 11 touchdowns, 2 interceptions, makes good decisions.
And again, it's only his 1st year starting. High snap. Gardner handles it. And downing it for Red Mountain. It's going to be Skylar Edmonds. Step aside for a break. Basha will have the ball thrown 36-yard line when we come back, trailing by 7. You're watching Game Time on Your View, Arizona.
What is Valle Luna Mexican Food and Cantinas? We are a true Arizona original, serving carefully prepared, authentic Sonoran-style cuisine since 1983. We are time-honored family recipes using only the freshest ingredients. Good fun, a family place, a gathering place. We are happy faces and happy hours. We are your new favorite neighborhood hangout. Valle Luna Mexican Food and Cantinas.
Phoenix Children's Medical Moments.
Scoliosis is a curvature of the spine. With the magnitude of the surgery, you really get to know these families, and I've been doing it long enough where I've got kids bringing me their kids, which, makes you feel really young. By the first day after surgery, we're getting them up and getting them walking. Fortunately, most kids that come into my office that truly have scoliosis never need surgery. The most rewarding part is when you've changed somebody's life for the better.
Your athletes' bodies are a work in progress, and their care requires a different approach. Phoenix Children's Sports Medicine has nationally recognized physicians and therapists who get young athletes back to doing what they love fast. Make an appointment today. Visit phoenixchildrens.org. Rias Air Conditioning and Home Performance. It's time to rethink your AC company. Remember, it's hard to stop a train. Red Mountain fans making the trek here to Basha High School. And their Mountain Lions lead 28-21. Midway through the 3rd quarter. And it's been an exciting 3rd quarter already.
Well, it has. And you look at this Red Mountain defense. Their keys coming in the game, they need to read their keys. Do your assignments. Sometimes you want to do a little bit too much. And when you have a dynamic playmaker back there like you do with Micah Harper, you don't play your assignment. You try and do somebody else's job. That's when big plays happen.
And there's been plenty of big plays already here in the second half for Basha. Andrew Barney had an 80-yard run to get things going and open up the second half. And then Zion Williams had an 80-yard catch for a touchdown. We take a quick look at Micah Harper's numbers. 2nd and 5. Pump fake.
Run it.
Tries to find some time, gets brought down from behind. Making the tackle for Red Mountain, Cole Loria, the junior.
try and run a double move, pump fake. Red Mountain in that deep zone defense, nowhere to go with the football, deep safety, pressure coming. Thought he had some open space in front of him, but tremendous willpower by Loria chasing him down.
3rd down and 3. And we've got offsides against Red Mountain. And
you almost chuckle when you're an offensive lineman and they do that, because it's like, you knucklehead. You know we're going to hard count you. It's 3rd and 4.
And they still jump. We just saw it when Red Mountain had the ball, and Basha jumped off sides. Now goes the other way. Ball on the ground. Harper finally picks it up. And he gets swung to the ground. Penalty flags fly. It was Trey Smith making the play, and Harper is down. You see the call there against Red Mountain. Harper slow to get up as we take another look.
Still keeping his eyes down the field, and let's hope that lower back is okay.
Well, Trey Smith, he's been in that Basha backfield quite a few times here tonight.
Well, what you'd hope is, obviously it was by mistake that his fingers got in the face mask, so once you feel that, you do your best to try and get it out of there. Let's hope that Michael Harper's okay.
You see right there loosening up, Basha's backup quarterback, Josh Sink, sophomore, pulled up from the JV team. Boy, Andrew Barney again breaking loose. But there is a penalty flag down. Boy, a lot of these Basha players, they got some speed.
Remember, he's only a junior. He gets through that initial line of scrimmage and brings you to the edge of your seat.
He's
5'11", 185-pound junior.
He's got some wheels. Penalty against Basha. We'll bring it back. So we got 1st down and 12 now for Chris McDonald's team. Boy, you mentioned Harper going both ways. He is starting to look a little tired out there. He's been busy. Harper breaking free. He get knocked out of bounds. In on the tackle for the Mountain Lions is Loria.
Well, I was kind of thinking it was going to be a setup for a screen, but there's been some mental blows. You know, offensively, guys coming running free, and other guys are double covered, and boy, kind of easily could have been called for a horse collar there by Loria.
2nd down and 7. And Cam Mateen has checked into the game for Basha. You mentioned at the top of the 2nd half he was out with a thumb injury, but he has found his way onto the field and picks up the 1st down here for the Bears.
We've seen, we talked about the speed of this Basha team. Well, they say Cam Mateen's the fastest on the team. 19 catches, 360 yards coming into the game with 3 touchdowns.
Mateen actually won the state long jump. The jump of 23 feet, 2.5 inches. Finished in 2nd place 2 years ago. Not much room for Barney to work with this time.
Red Mountain walking a bunch of guys up there, and Boggs, I wonder how you can see through some of those face masks, those guards that you have, the shields, sweat and dirt and grass. And
did they even have face masks when you played, Dale?
not when I started out. And Pop Warner's leather helmets. Goes a long way to tell you why I look the way I do.
Many people wonder. 2nd and 10. Harper, incomplete. Nice coverage there. Number 21 for Red Mountain, Cole Shivers. Shivers is just a freshman. His brother Brandon was a freshman defensive back at New Mexico State. Also played at Saguaro High School.
You see Micah Harper there looking for the pass interference call. You can always tell the high school kids who actually watch the NFL because they mimic a lot of things the NFL players do. And there's some kids who don't watch. You know, football's over on Friday. They watch film on Saturday morning and they're done.
Williams tries to find some room on that right side. Gets knocked out of bounds by George Ramirez, but we have a penalty flag on the play. Holding against Basha.
That's the thing when you're playing shorthanded and got a new quarterback and new offense. Boy, you can't hurt yourself with penalties, but yet as a coach, you're saying these guys are just working their tails off downfield trying to block for their buddies, and sometimes a hand gets outside the framework. And those penalties, they're frustrating, but you can live with those as a coach because those are penalties made in aggression.
And we've got another penalty flag just thrown. It's going to be a sideline warning against Basha.
Well, we've seen that a number of times this season. It's a point of emphasis.
We've seen it every game we've done.
Can't tell you I'm necessarily a fan of it, but I do know some of these officials who are running along the sidelines, they've run into people who are out from their restricted area, and that would be a little bit of a bummer if I was an official.
Yeah. When you get to the college and NFL level, you get the get-back coach working the sidelines, usually the strength and conditioning coach. 3rd and 15. Harper fires down the field. Closest one to it was strong safety for Red Mountain, George Ramirez. Ramirez, just a junior, but he's a 3-year starter. Came up to the varsity for the playoffs his freshman year, and he's been starting ever since.
Well, you can tell Micah Harper is going to be aggressive. He's going to take his shots down the field when he has an opportunity to do so.
Derek pass into, punted away. Boy, nice punt there by Bass, going to let it roll. Going to get down just inside the 10-yard line. Great punt there by Derek Bass. Serving up authentic Sonoran-style Mexican food since 1983. Visit Valle Luna Mexican Food and Cantinas. 3 locations around the valley. Valle Luna, proud supporters of scholar athletes in Arizona. Larry H. Miller is proud to support Arizona high school football. Driven by you. And let's quickly send it down to the field. What do you have, Haley?
Well, guys, we've seen this Red Mountain offensive line as a force, and part of that force, you've talked about Ben Bray. He's committed to ASU. He also has a younger brother on the team. Unfortunately, he's out with a fractured knee. He has seen some playing time as a sophomore. But earlier this week, I went out to practice and talked to Ben just about his commitment to ASU and his family and what it's like to have 2 linemen in the family. So I asked about the grocery bill that the Bray family has, and Ben told me that the grocery bill is bigger than the family's mortgage. So these boys can eat, but when the parents are quick to complain about how much the boys eat, Ben likes to remind them that they don't have to pay for his school. So we'll see a lot more out of Ben, and we wish that Max all the best in his recovery.
Great stuff there, Haley. And Dale, that's a story you can relate to probably, huh?
Yeah, there's only one of me, though.
You can put it away, though.
They just got a sideline penalty on Basha after that long run.
High snap. Bourne just able to fall on it.
Well, it's got to be frustrating. Obviously, we've talked about Cooley on his way to the Air Force Academy, but it's at least the third, if not the fourth. And what you're doing when you're doing this pistol formation, you got to make sure you finish your snapping motion before you move your foot, because you move your leg, you hit your elbow, the ball doesn't go exactly where you want it to.
Loss of 10 on the play. 2nd and 20. Bourne to Wilson. Bears, they were pawing at the ball there, trying to break it free. But Wilson was down before the ball got loose. Wilson came into tonight's game leading Red Mountain in catches and receiving yards, and we got a penalty holding against the Mountain Lions.
Well, you got to dig deep into your playbook when you're not sure if Bash is going to decide to decline this or take it, but 2nd and 30.
I can't imagine there's too many options in the playbook there.
Now you have red zone, you have short yardage, you have 3rd and 7+. Not many are there with 3rd and 30+.
Bourne, big hole up the middle. The senior quarterback trying to pick it all up, and does in one play. So that is the play design when you have 2nd and 30, and Bourne picks up 38 for the first down.
So impressed with his explosion. Obviously good blocking up front. Talked about you get quarterback, running back to the 2nd level. See if he can't turn it into a big play, and he certainly did. Really, really impressive running the football.
So maybe Red Mountain head coach Mike Peterson just had him right where he wanted him. 8 carries, 120 yards on the night, averaging 15 yards a carry. Plus he's got the touchdown run, and Bourne's going to keep it one more time. Pushing forward. Close to the first down. And they're going to give it to him. So Highland Bourne moving this Red Mountain offense. We got less than a minute remaining here in the 3rd quarter. Talking with Coach Peterson about Bourne, senior captain. He said he's smart and he's tough. Middle of the field, catch is made. Wilson. Another first down for Red Mountain.
Well, we talked about Wilson. Really good finding holes in zone defenses, and great hands, catches everything that's in his vicinity. Smart enough to realize, hey, there's 4 or 5 New Jerseys around me. I just go ahead and go down. I got the first down. No reason to fight over that.
And Red Mountain's just going to let this clock run out to end the 3rd quarter. And it is the Red Mountain Mountain Lions. They lead the Basha Bears 28-21. An exciting 3rd quarter is complete. The finish coming up when we come back between Red Mountain and Basha. You're watching Game Time on Your View, Arizona.
Monster Jam, where it's winner takes all. There are no second chances, no guts, no glory. See Gravedigger, Megalodon, and more compete for the championship. Experience adrenaline-charged family entertainment. This is Monster Jam. Presented by official partners America's Best Contacts and Eyeglasses and BKT Tires. Tickets start at $15. Coming to State Farm Stadium October 5th. Lock in your seats today.
Are you ready for all the football, all the time, in a season that never ends? Well, these 6 planes are ready. This grandpa's ready. The fans are ready. The teams are ready. Are you ready?
Sands fans, time is running out to submit your story and enter for a chance to win a new car. Tell us why you're a Sands fan at sandsfan.com today.
Busy. That's life for you. So while you get to it, we're going nonstop to keep you running. No running around. For new key fobs, plus your neighborhood's largest selection of batteries plus bulbs. Plus, if your phone needs fixing, we do that too. Know how? Right now. That's our specialty. Power up at your local Batteries Plus bulb store or at batteriesplus.com for all your power needs. Yes, all of them.
Parents, learn the signs and symptoms of concussion at barrownero.org/concussion discussion. And power up at your neighborhood Batteries Plus bulb store or at batteriesplus.com. Get 15% off all automotive batteries online through the month of September. And how about the game so far for Red Mountain quarterback Hiram Boren?
We talked about them wanting to turn this into a fist fight. Doesn't matter if it's your quarterback running the ball, your running back running the ball. You see him finding that pylon, knowing where he needs to get to. And when you have a threat like Deontay Elliott, you keep the ball, there's some room, really good offensive line. Some holes right up the middle, just really impressive with his burst when he decides that he's going to go with it.
Here we go, start of the fourth quarter. Red Mountain leading Basha 28-21. So glad you could join us here. Game time on Your View, Arizona. Deontay Elliott with the carry. In on the tackle, Charles Gilbert. Take a look at the numbers so far for Bourne. Wow. Over 100 yards passing, 131 rushing. That's a dual threat quarterback right there.
Well, it is, and you look at Red Mountain and their season stats, 50-50 is where they've been, averaging 50 points a game.
Loss of 1 on that play. 2nd and 11. Boren looking to pick up a block, cuts it back inside. Gets brought down just shy of the 5-yard line. And it's Barney making the tackle.
Barney's been all over the football field. Seen him catch, run, tackle. 5'11", 185-pound junior. And obviously we've seen Boren carrying the load offensively.
We got a big third down here, 3rd and 3. Mountain Lions with that 7-point lead, looking to add to it. 3rd and 4. Elliott the carry, has room up the middle. And it's going to be a first down for Red Mountain, 1st and goal. And Mountain Lions going to go with the hurry up here. Elliott now over 100 yards. Has the carry here. Boy, that Basha defense stepping up. Zion Williams along with Jacob Horner making the play.
Really nice job, and I see more and more offenses wanting to do this. when the defense isn't set, the offensive line, it's really difficult for you to communicate who you're blocking. And coach will say, well, just wedge down. Well, do I wedge all the way down? Do I wedge halfway down? More times than not, you see somebody come free, and this is the 10th play coming up in this drive.
Elliott takes the handoff, bounces it to the outside, gets tripped up, and they're going to mark him just short of the end zone. Boy, what a terrific job defensively to chase down Elliott.
Look at that speed. You see number 6, Michael Harper. And what a great call by the official. What a great call by the official on that previous play.
And we got the touchdown now for the Mountain Lions.
When Ben Bray says it's a touchdown, officials say it's a touchdown.
They're going to listen to Mr. Bray. And Hiram Boren. Red Mountain adds another touchdown. And the extra point is blocked. And it's Barney who comes flying in to get the block. So the score is 34-21. Red Mountain with the lead here early in the fourth quarter. There's the big push up front. Bourne finds the end zone. Mountain lines up.
Tonight's play of the game is brought to you by Rias. It's time to rethink your AC company. Check out yourview.com for more in-depth high school football coverage from around the country.
I'm attorney Jeffrey Phillips of Phillips Law Group, and if you're injured in an auto accident, I recommend you get a lawyer. An experienced lawyer can make a huge difference. At Phillips Law Group, we'll find all the insurance, make sure your injuries are well documented, and work with you to get the best result. While each case is different, a well-known study revealed that people with a lawyer received on average 3.5 times more money than those without a lawyer. Call 602-222-2222 or go to phillipslaw.com.
You're watching Game Time on YourView. For more in-depth coverage of the top players around, recruiting updates, behind-the-scenes access, and more, check out yourview.com.
This week on YourView's high school football recruiting podcast, Over the Middle, Scott Frost is quickly rebuilding the Nebraska Cornhusker program, one recruiting victory at a time. Sean Callahan of Huskers Online tells Jeremy that Frost and the Husker coaches can fast forward the reclamation project by impressing recruits visiting Lincoln this weekend with ESPN's College Game Day in town. Plus, Jeremy talks about why five-star quarterback Bryce Young's flip from USC to Alabama reverberates across the country. All that and more on this week's episode of the Over the Middle podcast. And we just got handed an excellent stat by Jared Downins, our man. Red Mountain has 3 guys that have gone over 100 yards rushing, led by that man right there, Hiram Boren, 140 yards, 2 scores on the ground as we take a look at the Big O Tires scoring drive. And then you've got Ty McElroy, 118 yards with a pair of scores. And then Deontay Elliott, 103 yards, and he's got a touchdown as well.
As a team, 30 rushes, 361 yards rushing, 5 touchdowns, 12 yards every time they run the ball. That's the first time every time they hand it off.
12 yards a carry.
With a little bit to spare. I think that's exactly why Coach Peterson talked with his staff a little bit after that first drive where they just hammered it at him and then decided to throw the football the next couple drives. Said, let's run the football here. Looks like there's a Red Mountain player down.
When you talk about those rushing numbers, and you got to give credit to the big guys up front for Red Mountain. That offensive line getting some work done.
Well, 2 really good tackles we've seen, Jake Griffin and Ben Bray. Costin Cooley inside, Artis, you said, and Carson Foster played quite a bit.
And take a look at some of the Red Mountain players getting some college looks, offers. Bray and Cooley have touched on already, committed to ASU and Air Force respectively. Dante Elliott got some interest from BYU and San Diego State. Trey Smith, San Diego State, looking at him. And Jake Griffin, interest from NAU. And South Dakota State was just in town this week to take a look at him. And Coach Peterson said he wouldn't be surprised if Jake Griffin had an offer from them sometime next week.
Well, you see him 6'6", 255 pounds. He's lean. He almost looks skinny out on the football field. So, again, I think what a lot of people don't quite understand is the fact that when a college is recruiting a high school kid, they're not necessarily recruiting for his high school exploits. They're trying to forecast the kids that in 2 to 3 years, what kind of football players are they going to be? And, boy, they like those tall, lean kids who, hey, let's get them on campus, let's get them in the training room, let's get them the meal plan, let's get them in the weight room, and I can see 20, 30, 40 pounds put on this kid. His athletic ability, his foot quickness, all those things are there. So it's an interesting process to go through, but I would be surprised if Jake Griffin did not have a few offers before the season is over with.
Good to see Bryce Stahl able to walk off the field under his own power. Harper handles the snap. Not much room to work with, trying to break free, finally gets rid of it, finds the receiver. Catch is made by Cam Mateen, and I guess he was out of bounds, and that's what the call is. Now there's a penalty against Basha.
That
play
really
was just off.
play.
Yeah, that play was just off from the snap.
Well, snap drew him to his left. Bunch of pressure on the quarterback. Able to buy a little extra time. Looked like he completed the pass. It was completed, been about a 5-yard gain.
That's what I thought. So 5-yard penalty, so it's going to be first down and 15 for Basha. They trail 34-21, just under 9 minutes remaining. And the ball is spotted at their own 15. Pass is complete to Mateen. Gets brought out of bounds. Cam Mateen mentioned he's nursing a thumb injury. Last year against Red Mountain, he had a 99-yard kickoff return for a touchdown.
Well, as I said, I saw them throwing the ball around a little bit before the game, and Michael Harper, he's going to end up, I think, by the end of the year being a really, really good quarterback. We already know he's a really good cornerback. But he's got the arm strength. You said he plays baseball, and we saw the first touchdown pass, skinny post that he threw. So he's got an opportunity and a chance to be really, really good.
He's got over 20 offers to play cornerback at the next level. The shot down the sidelines, complete to Williams. Harper to Williams. We've heard that combination a few times tonight. This one goes for 33 yards.
What a nice throw, but let's see what happens here. 5 men in the backfield. Maybe we can get a shot of that. Can't see from that shot whether there are 5 men in the backfield, but that's what the officials saw. What a great go-getting of the ball from Zion Williams. Very impressed with so many of these players for both teams.
Good looking throw once again too from Harper.
It's so frustrating as a coach. You sit there and see Chris McDonald, you dial up a good play, you execute it, and you didn't line up correctly is a reason that it doesn't count.
2nd down and 7. Harper able to keep his feet. Tries to get to the outside and coming up to force him out of bounds is George Ramirez.
George Ramirez looked like he was shot out of a cannon. Came up from that safety position. Ramirez had 2 blocked punts against Dobson. Coaches talk about him being a hitter, smart, knows for the football, 23 tackles coming into the game, and kind of that Swiss Army knife. They kind of plug him and play him wherever he's needed.
Yeah, and Coach Peterson, he loves Ramirez. The fact that he's a film junkie. Just can't get enough of football. Loves the game. 3rd down and 6. Just over 8 minutes remaining. Harper finds Barnell. And there is no room to work with over there. And give credit. Skylar Edmonds, the sophomore outside linebacker, made the first hit. And then as McClure comes in to finish it off.
Really nice job making sure that you force Barney back into your buddies. Those white jerseys chasing after him. Good pass protection. Almost get juked out there. Able to keep your feet, force him back. Nice job by Edmonds.
So it's going to bring up 4th down. And Basha still has their offense on the field. They have the ball at their own 23-yard line. 4th down and 7. Basha's going to go for it. Harper has room, delivers. Incomplete. And we have a penalty flag down. It looks like it's going to be holding against Basha.
Which obviously will be declined by Red Mountain. They'll take over possession. You know what? I love the aggressiveness from Chris McDonald. You're down 2 scores, 7 minutes left. Had a couple chances. I'm kind of surprised that Harper didn't run the football right here. There was a lot of green grass in front of him. He saw a couple receivers open here. 2 guys had a chance to catch it. All of it obviously would not have counted since the penalty had occurred.
So a turnover on downs goes to Red Mountain, and they have excellent field positions. They will start from the Basha 23. And you will not see that happen too often, as Jared Wilson's not able to handle that one.
Well, those are the interesting calls to me. There's 7 minutes left. You just took the ball over. You got a 2-score lead. You've run the ball for a gazillion yards. Why aren't you handing the ball off? I mean, I don't quite understand when you're averaging 12 yards running the football.
And the clock is your friend right now, and you run the ball right here. And they're going to mark Deontay Elliott just short of the goal line, but another big gain. This one goes for 22.
And the interior of that offensive line doing a really nice job. You see a hat on a hat movement right up the middle.
1st and goal from the 1. Touchdown, Elliott. And I love the play call to give it back to Elliott, who came just short on the previous carry of finding the end zone. And we have a player down for Basha. And it's number 25, Dustin Torres, the senior inside linebacker. And he is down.
You got the ref giving the touchdown sign.
Take a look at Deontay Elliott, the touchdown run. Good to see Torres able to walk off under his own power. And I tell you what, this young man, he raised $7,000 on behalf of his grandmother who passed away recently from cancer. And that money is going back towards black and pink jerseys that Basha will wear in October for Cancer Awareness Month. And we see him now limping his way towards the training table. We hope he's going to be all right. Meanwhile, Deontay Elliott wants to check out his highlights.
It's just amazing. High schools have iPads. There's a 60-inch TV over here on Basha's sidelines. Going for 2 because of the missed extra point.
Boren trying to make a play, gets rid of it, looking for the corner of the end zone. It's going to be incomplete. Intended receiver was Wilson. Well, we got a penalty flag down.
Ineligible receiver downfield.
Take a look at the Red Mountain Big O Tires scoring drive. Took advantage of that short field. And it was Deontay Elliott pounding it in from 1 yard out, giving Red Mountain the 40-21 lead. Just over 6.5 minutes remaining. You're watching Game Time on Your View, Arizona.
Shopping online takes all of the hassle out of buying a car. And thanks to our redesigned website, Larry H. Miller Dealerships has made online car shopping even easier. One click shows you every vehicle for sale in the state. Estimate your payments and find a plan that works for you. Learn everything about the vehicle with a Carfax vehicle history and get the real value for your trade. Then stop by the dealership and pick up your new vehicle. Say hello to the future of car shopping at Larry H. Miller Dealerships. Online at lhmauto.com. Driven by you.
If you think it's hot now, think again. We'll be shattering the century mark before you know it. And if your AC isn't ready for the summer, this year, you need to rethink your AC service. Whether you have an AC emergency, are experiencing hot rooms, or high utility bills, or your current system has seen its final days, Rias delivers guaranteed solutions. Call for your free home energy performance evaluation today. Rethink your home's comfort and energy efficiency with Rias, where they always say, it's hard to stop a train. Visit Rias.com.
No guts, no glory. There are no second chances. This is Monster Jam. Brought to you by BKT Tires. Tickets start at $15. Coming to State Farm Stadium October 5th. See it live and bring the whole family.
We're midway through the fourth quarter. Red Mountain leading Basha by a score of 40-21. Deontay Elliott hit the end zone one more time. And here's tonight's Arrowhead Honda drive of the game. Arrowhead Honda supporting our schools. You can find your car and buy online at arrowheadhonda.com. And it was the 11-play, 90-yard scoring drive. Took over just 5.5 minutes off the clock. Capped off by Hiram Bourne's 1-yard touchdown run. He did most of the work on that drive, too.
Well, he certainly did. Couple runs, nice throw and catch. Just looks really, really comfortable back there for Red Mountain. You can see why this team is 4-1. You can see why they're averaging 50 points a game. And you have Boren, you have Elliott, you have McElroy, you got Jared Wilson who can catch the ball, and maybe most important of all, you've got a dominant offensive line.
And they've got 3 players. They're 3-year starters on that offensive line. Gardner to kick it away. And that'll be a touchback.
So I think you should put pressure on the kicker who has a strong leg like that. The kickoff team doesn't even move. Because all the balls to do is cross the goal line. It's a dead ball.
Right.
And so if you miss-hit it, then all your buddies are going to have to sprint down there as they're coming back at you. I think that'd be kind of fun to watch.
That'd be interesting, yeah. So many of these kickers these days, I mean, they're automatic going to the end zone.
Yeah.
Got such strong legs. Trips to the right, lone receiver up top. Harper's pass incomplete, and he looked right at Mateen and said it was my bad. There it is right there doing it again. My bad.
Yeah, ball's a little low, and, you know, a lot of times you watch these plays, and you're like, how can you not complete that pass? It looks so easy, but things are happening so quick. Got to catch the ball. Ball's got to come out. Receiver's coming at you. Not quite as simple sometimes as it looks.
Not to mention, Micah Harper's playing both ways. Might be getting a little tired. This time he completes it to Mateen. Another one of those big play threats for Basha.
Well, for a guy who wasn't going to contribute much tonight with a thumb injury, he's come in and done a really, really nice job. 6 foot, 160-pound senior.
Got 3 catches for 37 yards here tonight. He came into tonight's game averaging 19 yards a catch. Midway through the fourth quarter, Harper pump fakes, gonna keep it. It's brought down just shy of the 45-yard line. And they're gonna give him the first down.
Boy, that explosion when he decides to go. But I'm here to tell you, he's going to get better with his accuracy of throwing the football because he's got pretty good throwing motion, but this is just natural talent. Bunch of white jerseys trying to chase him down.
And remember, this is a guy who hasn't really played quarterback since his freshman year. Harper pump fakes, gets himself out of bounds. Not much going on down the field. Picks up a few yards and gets out.
Well, it's been interesting. Both centers have had an issue with a number of snaps, and it seems like Red Mountain, you're high right. If you're Basha, it's a rocket left, but Harper doing a nice job knocking the ball down, not losing his composure.
Look at those numbers tonight for Harper. Almost 250 yards through the air and done some damage on the ground as well. Second down and 6. Harper can't connect this time with Mateen.
Well, it's such a long way to throw the football from the far hash to a short out route. That was, even if he caught the ball, he's going to be short of the first down marker.
Now it's going to bring up 3rd and 6, and the Bears are 3 of 10 on 3rd down conversions here tonight. Went for it on 4th down last time they had it. Deep in their own territory. Harper takes a shot down the field once again. Incomplete. The intended receiver was Mateen. On the coverage for Red Mountain was Nas Bryant, the junior.
Well, they had single coverage down here, and Basha decided to take a shot. I think it was a mismatch, and throw the ball up, let your guy go up and try and make a play, or possibility of pass interference.
So now Basha will bring out their punting unit, but timeout on the field first, called by the Mountain Lions with 5:06 remaining here in the fourth quarter.
As you hear the fans in the stands, interesting that they went for it on 4th down a couple minutes ago, closer to their goal line. Now they're out by midfield, about the same distance, and they send the punt team out. Now, do they have a fake punt in? I'm sure that's what Red Mountain and their staff is talking to their team about. Be prepared and don't jump off sides.
Well, let's check out tonight's Rios cool play of the game. Rios, it's time to rethink your AC company. And it is going to be Ty McElroy with the 75-yard touchdown run for Red Mountain. Had a convoy of blockers in front of him. Taking it the distance for the score. Ty McElroy with the play of the game.
Kind of feel sorry for Zion Williams there. See everybody running at him, and he's the only guy. Now the timeout. Basha sends the offense back out on the field.
4th and 6. Harper. And he's going to get brought down, making the play. Mr. Smith.
Well, we've talked about Trey Smith and his ability and that motor that keeps going. Super coachable. But when you can pin your ears back, you give him help with the running back. And as an offensive lineman, you don't know where your quarterback's going to be, but give a lot of credit to Trey Smith and his relentless efforts all night tonight.
Had a huge impact on this game for the Mountain Lions, and it's another 4th down stop for that Red Mountain defense. And they will take over at the Basha 47-yard line with 5 minutes remaining. Deontay Elliott, 1st down and more. Penalty flag down. As Elliott steps out of bounds, penalty flag is going to be, there's the holding call against Red Mountain. And there's another penalty flag down at the 10-yard line.
I wonder if it could be an unsportsmanlike conduct because Deontay was talking to the officials. Thinking he had another touchdown.
Here's another look at the play.
Bounces it outside.
There was the hold.
Which was a good block. And obviously we didn't see the unsportsmanlike conduct penalty on
against Basha, yeah. So after all of that, the ball is now at the Basha 45-yard line. And it's going to be 1st down and 8. And we have got a new quarterback into the game and making his presence felt. Right out of the gates for Red Mountain is Evan Svoboda. The 6'4", 185-pound junior lowering the boom. 1st down, Red Mountain.
Design, quarterback draw. You see the guard pull around. A little rumbling, stumbling, bumbling, and lowers that shoulder and tries to run over Jacob Herner.
Welcome to the ball game, Mr. Svoboda. Clock continues to run. 4:10 remaining. Handoff up the middle. McElroy. Another 1st down. That pile continues to push forward. And boy, if you're Red Mountain, there's almost no reason to even pass the ball tonight, the way they're running the ball here this evening.
Yeah, the way they're running the ball. And again, we've talked about the physicality up front. I myself am not sure if I wouldn't be getting some of those guys out of the game right now. 34 rushes, 411 yards for this Red Mountain offense.
And they came in averaging 182 yards on the ground. And off once again to McElroy. Another nice pickup here for Red Mountain inside the 5-yard line.
Again, that offensive line doing a nice job. Just not so sure if I'm having Penn Bray and Jake Griffin in the game here with under 3 minutes left in the fourth quarter, but hate for something to happen to them.
And now McElroy comes to the sidelines. As you see the rushing numbers for Red Mountain. First and goal from the 4, but before we get the snap, we got penalty flags. And it's going to be a timeout for Red Mountain as that play clock was winding down. Let's now take a look at the schedule for Red Mountain. The rest of the way, they go at Skyline, at Mountain View, at Mesa. So look at that. They have 4 road games in a row. Come back home to finish up with Westwood.
Well, this is a group you could very easily see being 9-1 at the end of the year.
And Mike Peterson said he'd love to be a part of that open division playoff. Talked to him earlier before the game.
Well, it was interesting talking to Jason Mons last week. Coach Saguaro, he thinks the open division kind of diminished the other state champions. And I said, I promise you, when you're 50 years old and if you're won the 4A state championship with Saguaro's in the open division, you're hardly going to remember that.
Nope. Handoff with the carry for the Mountain Lions, number 26, Josiah Villanueva, the sophomore, with the carry. Villanueva had 5 carries, 75 yards, and 2 touchdowns a couple of weeks ago against Dobson.
18 runs of 10 yards or more for Red Mountain. Every team defines, explosives as different yardages, but 18 runs of 10+ yards is just kind of mind-boggling.
That is impressive. And now it's Elliott with another carry, breaks out of the tackle, touchdown Red Mountain. Deontay Elliott scores once again. His 3rd touchdown of the night.
Just run old-fashioned power and breaking tackles. Scores another touchdown with another 2 minutes left to make it 46-21.
And for Elliott, that is his 9th touchdown on the season. Extra point by Gardner is good. Let's now take a look at Basha's remaining schedule. From here, they are at Hamilton, Chandler, Brophy, and Perry. Welcome to the Premier Region. That thing is stacked.
Going to be fun to watch that and see how that shapes up. Hamilton obviously having a resurgent year. Brophy under Jason Jewell having a resurgent year. Be fun to watch how this back half of the season finishes up, especially in that Premier Division.
Yeah, that division is absolutely loaded. You got Chandler and Perry in there, and both those teams have met in the state championship game the past 2 years. And now you got Brophy, and give credit to, how about Jason Jewell? Done a fine job in his first year with the Broncos programs. Take a look at the Red Mountain Big O Tires scoring drive. like your little thing about having the kicker have to kick it to the end zone.
I think it'd be a nice challenge, kind of put a little wrinkle into it.
Just under 2 minutes remaining. And you see the tape coming off for Micah Harper. Probably a good indication his night is done. And that will give us a chance to see the sophomore quarterback pulled up from the JV, Josh Sink, number 34. 6 foot, 170. Chris McDonald said he brings up Sink for all the varsity games. He suits him up. Wasn't sure he's going to see any playing time here tonight, though.
Well, and obviously it's good to go through the routine, go through the pregame meal, go through the locker room session, get out on the field with these varsity guys.
Not too many times you see number 34 at quarterback. So we got the penalty against Red Mountain.
So trying to get backups in and illegal substitution. I never realized illegal substitutions 15 yards.
Seems like a pretty steep penalty.
Illegal substitutions 50, you don't even get to run the play.
Should be like a 5-yard penalty. Boy, there is Trey Smith, who has made a living in the Basha backfield tonight.
Yeah, and Trey Smith should not be out there at this juncture in the game. I don't really understand the thinking behind this. If you lose him, number one, it's going to make your chances of doing anything come postseason wise diminish, and he's going up against some backup offensive linemen for Basha.
Clock continues to wind down. Under 50 seconds remaining. Fernandez with the carry. Let's take a look at the Yearview schedule coming up. Next week, Dale, rematch of the last 2 state championship games. Perry at Chandler as the Wolves, who won both of those title games. And then we head to the west side. Copper Canyon at Valley Vista. Ironwood at Centennial. Then we come back out this way. Campo Verde at Williams Field. And then we wrap up with Chaparral at Liberty. And we are wrapping it up here at Basha High School. It's going to be Mike Peterson's Red Mountain Mountain Lions who come away with the win over the Basha Bears by a score of 47-21. Time now for the Valle Luna HAT Hustle, Attitude, and Toughness player of the game tonight. And it's going to be the Red Mountain senior captain, the quarterback, Hiram Boren.
Just did a tremendous job leading this football team, both with his arm and his legs. You can tell the leadership, the way the kids respond to him. Calm, cool, collected. I was just really impressed with. He makes a decision and the way he explodes through the hole. 242 total yards, 102 passing, 140 rushing. This Red Mountain team did turn it into a fist fight and just wore the Basha Bears down.
And let's now send it down to the field where Haley's standing by with Red Mountain head coach Mike Peterson.
Thanks, guys. Coach, at half, you said you were looking for a street fight in the second half, and you got it. What do you have to say about this run game specifically?
Impressive O-line and great backs, and the kids did great. Couldn't be more proud of them.
How about Trey Smith in this defense? He showed out for you guys. He was the guy that you told me earlier in this week was going to be a guy to watch, and he sure did get it done for you.
He did. He's a great player, and he gets better every week, and we hope to make a big run at it here.
Big win here over Basha. Obviously, you improved to 5-1 on the season. Moving forward, what's the message to these guys?
1 week at a time. 1 week at a time for as long as we can play.
Congratulations, Coach.
Thank you.
Guys, back to you.
Thanks so much, Haley, and hopefully Coach Peterson gets his voice back this weekend. But for now, he's going to enjoy the victory over Basha by a score of 47-21. Step aside for a quick break. When we come back, we'll have final highlights and stats. Red Mountain gets the win.
No guts, no glory. There are no second chances. This is Monster Jam. Brought to you by BKT Tires. Tickets start at $15. Coming to State Farm Stadium October 5th. See it live and bring the whole family.
If you think it's hot now, think again. We'll be shattering the century mark before you know it. And if your AC isn't ready for the summer, this year, you need to rethink your AC service. Whether you have an AC emergency, are experiencing hot rooms, or high utility bills, or your current system has seen its final days, Rias delivers guaranteed solutions. Call for your free home energy performance evaluation today. Rethink your home's comfort and energy efficiency with Rias, where they always say, it's hard to stop a train. Visit Rias.com.
I'm Tim Tonkin of Phillips Law Group. If you've been injured in a car, truck, or motorcycle accident and are hesitant to contact a lawyer, can I share something with you? I've never met anyone who wants to be in a lawsuit. No one wants to go to trial, and the insurance company is counting on just that. Do you know the best way to avoid the courtroom? Hire a lawyer the insurance company knows will go there if they don't do the right thing. Call me at 602-222-2222 or find us online at phillipslaw.com.
Big O Tires and the D-backs have teamed up to keep you safe and deliver Major League fun. It's the Check Your Air, Score a Pair promotion. Stop into any participating Big O Tires for a free air pressure check, and you'll receive a voucher for 2 D-backs tickets to select games. Proper inflation improves tire performance, slows tire wear, saves gas, and gets you home safe. So remember, check your air, score a pair. Big O Tires and the D-backs, the teams you trust.
No guts, no glory. There are no second chances. This is Monster Jam. Brought to you by BKT Tires. Tickets start at $15. Coming to State Farm Stadium October 5th. See it live and bring the whole family.
It's the Red Mountain Mountain Lions. They get the victory. So move to 5-1 on the year. They take down the Basha Bears 47-21. The Bears drop to 4-2 on the season. Let's take a look at the highlights from this one.
A lot of running of the football. I mean, both teams had their dynamic runs. And right there, Deontay Elliott, tremendous job. And boy, continue to work on this. Michael Harper to Zion Williams. Talk all about Bourne and his ability at quarterback to not only throw the ball but run. And then you take a look at Ty McElroy, not only a good blocker but tough physical runner. And then you just watch this offense for Basha continue to improve. Andrell Barney with the long run, tiptoeing down the sideline, staying in bounds. Breaking tackles. Talking about McElroy, 5'10", 190 pounds.
74 yards on that one. There's Harper. Williams once again, he's off to the races. 80 yards. Had one for 53 yards in the first quarter.
It'll be fun to be able to run that fast.
It was fun. I enjoyed it when I had some wheels.
I
could barely walk.
Fast. You couldn't get that fast in a car. Another batch of missed tackles. Elliott with the breaking of those tackles, and you see the stats. Obviously, the 430 yards rushing for Red Mountain. Number of penalties, over 200 yards between the two teams. 23 penalties. Final score, 47-21.
Quick thought on each team, Red Mountain and Basha, as they move forward the rest of the regular season.
Honestly, Red Mountain looks pretty good, and their schedule's not nearly as daunting as Basha's is. Basha, work in progress. I think they'll improve the more time that they get in this new offense.
Make sure you're with us next Friday night. A rematch of the state championship game. Perry at Chandler. Next Friday night. Kickoff set for 7 o'clock right here on Your View, Arizona. So for Haley Stasiak, Dale Hellestrate, and our entire Your View broadcast team, I'm Chris Harris saying so long from Basha High School, where Red Mountain gets the victory over the Basha Bears by a score of 47-21. To watch this entire game on replay, you can log on to yourview.com. Thanks for joining us, and have a great rest of the night, everybody.
Game Time High School football coverage on Your View has been sponsored by Larry H. Miller Dealerships, proud to support Arizona high school football.